What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me here is Baba Gusta, and we are here witnessing, in fact, the qualifiers day two. It's been a great start of the qualifiers, at least on day one, and I'm here looking forward to get the show on the road with day two on the same energy. Baba Gusta, how are you feeling about that?
I'm absolutely feeling great here, Foxy. Talking about the final season. It is here, season 5, and looks like this will be the final month to determine who will stay on the top, who will be relegated, and also who will be getting into Division 3. Starting off with the first match, though, it is going to be Zendaya Fan Club versus Sage. And the map will be in Clubhouse. Whether the ban phase will also come in. So, Foxy, we did get to see Sage Empire in Season 4 Division 3. Unfortunately, not having the necessary, points required to stay in Division 3. Unfortunately, they get eliminated and they're trying their luck back again in the qualifier phase. So this time, going up, currently they are going up against Zendaya Fan Club. So what do you think is going to happen here?
Well, I say let's find that out for ourselves, shouldn't we? Let's go in Zendaya fan club against Sage. We'll be going into the ban phase, people. That's right. Joining the teams right now on Clubhouse is this day two of qualifiers. Happens to kick ourselves into this amazing position. And honestly, let me just let things out here. First and foremost, I happen to be a fan myself. So ZFC versus Sage is most definitely going to be a match I have my eyes upon, as I happen to see my fellow Sims happening to go against a team that we've seen before. Come on, with the Sage Empire coming in, just the way we have everything in this match lined up for us. 3 bands underway. We've already got Maverick, Hibana, and Mira taken care of. We still got one more coming in, and that will be Maestro. It looks like the information that the side of the defense was looking to get themselves for is just not what they want. That's why we'll be eliminating Mira and Maestro. We'll not be seeing anything more of that come out from them. But as we happen to go ahead onto round one, Baba, what's your thought into this match?
Well, talking about the match itself, Foxy, I do believe that Sage Empire might have a chance to win against Zendaya Fan Club. Now, talking about ZFC, we have absolutely zero idea on what kind of plays that we're going to see. But so, I'll just continue this, discussion for now as we introduce the rosters on the side of ZFC. We have Born, Fragger, Revok, Gangster Mixter, and Sir G. And on the side of Team Sage, we have Montrosky, Edrico, Moves, Yalading, and Manticore, with the first side being on Basement Church. Now, as I'm going to continue the conversation I had previously, I haven't seen ZFC making their plays, so this will be their first. To be honest though, this will be their first debut in the TEC Rainbow Six Siege. So I'm very excited to see what kind of performance does ZFC have, since they will be going on attack first. The site would be on Basement Church, a very difficult site though, because talking about the ban phase itself, you see two hard breaches, Hibana and Maverick, being taken out, and also on the side of defense, you see Maestro and Hibana taken out as well. So two heavy anchor operators on defense and two hard breacher operator on attack taken out, which would give Basement Church a very good hold, knowing that Hibana is taken care of, and also we will be able to see those impact nades. Where that action phase will proceed, and talking about the first round itself, we'll be able to see one of the roamers. It's going to be Yala Ding playing the Vigil, and also we might be able to see one more who decides to go for the roam duty as of now, but Bond will be able to use one of his summer breach charge to open up an entryway in towards the tunnel and slowly make his way in towards kitchen. Now the CCTV wall shouldn't be much more of a problem for them. The only problem that they have to deal with is Yala Ding, who is currently in towards the second floor CCTV, and also Edrico, interestingly enough, in a very unusual spot there, basement garage. Also, a very actually not basement garage, it's the first floor entrance that I was talking about. But still, talking about Sage here, a very good round, as I might like to call it, for both of them. No man count hasn't reduced or taken down just yet. And just as talking about it, Yalading will get his first kill, taking out Sir G, putting it in a 4v5. And with it, the advantage goes to the side of Team Sage.
That's right. First things first, we'll be getting Sir G taken care of, and that's a player we've talked about before, in fact. And here we go, Edrico coming in with a kill of his own. Gangster Mixter will be the one guy who's got taken down. But the breaches are still happening. Enrico solo on HP. He's taken quite the beating from that gunfight he just happened to take on. He was still the victor of that. He'll be walking away with a better outcome than expected. Rewalk is not the one picking a fight. It's the Thermite who just happened to got taken down. Once again, Manticore with the aggression that is coming in from the Melusi. Really loving it from the side of Sage. They're just having to take these fights, in fact, head on. They don't want to be challenging anything except that. Not yet. The side of Boom and Revok, the only people alive from the side of ZFC. They'll be looking to make amends to it, most definitely, but a 2 versus 5 is looking highly unlikely with 50 seconds only left. Rewalk trying to find himself some composure, and so is his teammate. Boom, both of them. It's most definitely a great duo. You've got the Ace and the Thatcher. That means breaching will not really be a problem, but staying alive is apparently. Yeladin gets the first frag, but the refrag did come in from ZFC, and that was from Rewalk. He's the lone man now left alive from the side of ZFC, who's got to go for the clutch. Obviously, does not look very confident. Not a great attempt coming in from him, but wait a minute. Rewalk. That is, of course, his Claymore just happening to give him a very free kill. This might just turn into a possibility if he does get the drop onto Edrico, who's awfully close and awfully low on HP as well. But this push-up, oh, it's not being expected. Edrico lands a headshot. That will be the cleanup once again from the side of Sage Empire as we see them take round 1. It's Clubhouse. It's defender favored as Sage just happens to come with that turnaround. But coming into this match, like I happened to talk about, ZFC, it's not like we haven't seen these players before. Sergi, you've seen him come out to be one of the top fraggers into Division 3 back in the day as well. Does take me back to the last league, but not taking any of those credentials away from them. Let's see what they have to offer. And the round 2 will be underway. We've got CCTV and Cashroom as the defensive side from the side of Sage. Let's see what they have to bring us.
A very strong win coming in on the side of Team Sage. We will see a 6-pick from Manticore switching from the Valkyrie to the Melusi. Having that aggressive denial from the having that aggressive being denied from the attackers will be the way to go, knowing that the site will be on CCTV. Montroskis, as vigilant as ever, will be able to bring in the smoke with the M5 shotgun, and also will make some lines of sight which would particularly hold an angle right in towards Cash Room, all the way in towards the garage stairs. A very good angle, a very game-changing angle, as I'd like to call it. But for now, talking about the attackers push, it did not, however, I would say got eliminated at the early phase itself. It's always at that mid phase where they could not, however, handle those roamers. That would be Yala Ding playing as the Vigil at that moment. So this time, the side being on second floor CCTV, we won't be able to see any roam plays coming in from Sage, but this time we'll be able to see some breach denial here. You have Moose with the bandit charges, you have Yalading with the utility denials right in towards the garage. That's particularly, where most of the places where you might see a flashbangs or a grenade being thrown from that specific position. Moose will be able to try to go for the bandit trick, might be able to find one. Looks like he'll be able to take out one of the exothermic charges. Good job from Moose, and also Fragger will be able to take some major damage from that specific position. And looks like Moose, can he do it though? Is it the right moment? No, it does not. Blast away at that exact last second, and Fragger will gladly take that kill, eliminating Moose. Now with it, it will be very difficult knowing that they did eliminate Bandit, in which he had a C4 in hand, and also having that man count being reduced from 5 to 4 will be very easier for ZFC. And just as I was talking about it, the MP5 will claim the life of one. Yet another kill will come in from the Sophia herself, a suppressor with the assault rifle taking out Yalading. And now all attackers needs to do is to just push in towards the side of CCTV, knowing that the entire control of garage is in their hands. They just have to worry about cash and the main stairs, in which they are going to do right about just now. Gangster will slowly make his way in towards the garage stairs as well. Needs to be careful of lounge, in which Jaeger will do his push. A huge pre-fire, but still will be able to deal with some major damage and get a kill, taking out Enrico. putting it in a 4v2. 1 minute 30 seconds left for Sage to defend. They still have smoke gas canisters. They still have some utilities to make sure that they would fend off the attackers as of now. As we reach the 1 minute mark, let's see if Sage Empire can make this recovery.
That's exactly what we are here to find out. The 2 versus 4, the real movement of test right now for the side of Sage Empire. One goes down, one more goes down, in fact. Make that a triple for the Zofia. That's quite the frag power. But here's Montrosky. He finds one, and here's the quad from this man. Gangster Mixter. Quite the performance coming in from the Zofia. Happening to come in with that suppressor on the just all the while as sneaky as he can be, and at the same time as destructive as he can be. That was a good round for the Zofia, walking away with the quad kill himself. Will be putting on the equalizer on board, and like I said, the fight back mode is still there, is still alive, and that's coming in from ZFC, and we're getting to see that as we happen to move ahead into this match, and that's what I love to see. But that does happen to put Sage Empire back in this little bit of a re-attempt of this side. CCTV and cash room looks like they really haven't been able to do justice to the kind of defense they wanted to bring in, and that's why that reattempt will come in onto round 3 as well. But here's what I'm really interested in. Moose joining in Sage from that little change in pace, little shift in this team. We know Moose before from Nevermind Esports, a team that was quite they happened to grab quite the attention coming into Division 3 into Pro League. But hey, here we are. Nevermind Esports could not make it through the last qualifiers, and Moose has been quite the addition to Sage. Looks like it will come down to what kind of changes we do happen to see, at least if there are any. Maybe. We do happen to see these roster changes happen quite a bit, but it is, of course, this little bit of a return of old players coming in to this team. ZFC, that is, of course, what I'm trying to talk about. These players have been here, back at it. It's good to see them back here fighting in these qualifiers. And yeah, that's all I can say about it. We'll be underway with round 3. Already the prep phase is being utilized to the maximum from the side of Sage. That reconstruction is coming in from Montrosky, as well as this time around, where we getting to see Moose come out with the Valkyrie pick. That means the information relay will be on point. We'll be getting to see those Valkyrie cams come out to be into play. With the Maestro and Mira, both of them being banned, it does happen to be a little bit of a difficult spot for the side of the defenders to gain some more information and what they want to be working with. It won't be a problem anymore. We've already got Fragger awfully close to the wall that he wants to go breach. He's still got Yalading on the other side. He wants to go for this bandit trick. Let's see how that comes down. And like I did talk about Moose, he was the bandit last time around. Did happen to go down with the exothermic charge. Not the best of positions to be on, and that's why this time around that switch up has happened from the side of Sage. Not taking any chances. They want this victory on the side of CCTV, and they'll get it. Let's see what happens as we'll be underway with the action phase.
Well, an interesting fact about Sage is that they haven't picked Kaid instead. They're prepped and ready to try to make sure the bandit trick would not happen. A bit too late from the concussive nades will not affect Yala Ding, and now he has the upper hand. Looks like he's going to concuss himself. Yala Ding, not a good idea. He has to fall back and try to challenge the attackers, but for now he's just going to fall back in towards cash room to make sure that he'll be able to wait for the attackers to push in towards his site and make his play. Moose, on the other hand, will be able to provide some support to Jaeger in towards the blue stairs. No, he's actually going in towards the oil pit ladder. Just needs to wait for that exact right moment to get in towards that stairs, as Manticore will get one, taking out Born, making it a 4v5. Will try to contest against the Ash and gets one more. That is double kill from Manticore, taking out Sir G. Putting in a 3v5, Moose is in a very good spot. One of the attackers is still so confused as he gets one more triple kill for Manticore, but an immediate shutdown will come in from the L8 sledge, which would put ZFC in a very bad spot yet again. 2v4, in which one of them has already gone down. Edrico will try to contest this player, but Moose have got it covered, taking out Gangster Mixture. And whether it rework will be the last man standing yet again. He has the claymores placed in a very specific location, but he doesn't have information in which Montrosky will gladly get that final kill with the SMG-11 in hand. A beautiful headshot as well. Didn't get to see that final shot. We'll be able to see that in the replay itself as we proceed to the next round. Round 4 will commence, where Team Sage will be in the lead 2-1 as we proceed to round 4. The site will be in Basement Church and Arsenal Room, And yeah, talking about the previous rounds itself, I actually did talk about why they haven't picked Kaid. We don't see Kaid being picked from Sage. We don't see at least a mute being picked from Sage. It's just a lot of denials from Smoke. You have Melusi with the Banshee deterrent. Other than that, we don't see any denials coming in, even with the information or anything other than that. But still, in the end, it always works out. It did work out well. They did win most of their gunfights, and that's exactly what's going to happen if
Mhm.
ZFC could not counter it.
But I'll actually have a counter argument to what you happen to ask, Baba Gusta. I think the reason they don't happen to be bringing in Kaid and Mute is because the Thatcher is still unbanned. No matter how much denial you want to bring in with the map control, you want to stop the attackers from gaining. With the Thatcher into play, it does happen to become all the while more easy for them just to gain access and get the breaches done. And I think that's a good move from the Sage. They are able to employ all the while more emphasis on the other operators that they like to bring. Yaladin is really amazing with the Legion that he's bringing out right now. They've got moves back on the Valkyrie, Manticore. He's been doing quite the work. We saw him drop those kills, but more importantly, it's coming down to the utilization of what the entirety of the team is able to bring up. Enrico and Manticore, they've been the forefronts. They've been the people who've been able to do the fragging. But it does come down to the credit that Montrosky, Moose, and Yaladin can take for themselves as well. Said so far, one round in the succession only. ZFC is looking to make that close upon them. Let's see if this is that round, or will we see that? Will we see that advantage getting taken a little more further, getting taken for a little bit of a longer drive? That's exactly what we're here to find out. Gangster Meister once again. He's going to come in with his Jackal play. In fact, just the way we happen to see the footprint scans coming in, not a huge roam game from the side of Sage though. Moves on site. We've got Manticore on site as well, looking at this turtle play. Looking very convenient, and that's just the way you want Arsenal and Church defense to go, at least when it does come down to a clubhouse and a normal defense of it. Enrico on site as well. Montrosky just realigning himself his shield just the way he happens to seem fit. There we go. Happens to make that just perfect. Does not want anybody to move past it. Rewalk coming in with the preparations, and that's not the best of claymores. Want to be putting in the middle of the hallway, but he's just going to be taking the benefit of doubt with that.
Well, with the attackers already making their drone wars, giving them valuable information, the main problem that they have to deal with is the hatch, in which it will be impact trick 6 times in a row. Why do I say 6 times? It's because you have moves with a total of 2 impact needs. Yala has already used 2 of his impact needs, and you still have Manticore with yet another one. It's just, it's turn by turn, and Moons is prepped and ready to make their play. Thermadex, a thermic charge will come in from Fagger, but unfortunately, it gets impact checked. Oh boy, things are not looking too well here for ZFC, because they did not expect it to see a total of 6 impact needs coming in from Sage, which would fortify their hold in towards the Arsenal room. This is a huge major impact for Sage, as the only focus that they have to worry would be in towards the tunnel, main stairs, and blue. With Arsenal being very heavily, fortified, it will be a bit difficult unless and until the attackers find a way to eliminate Montrosky in towards the tunnel. The push has to come in which Churchy is trying to make amends here. Manticore with the SMG, with the MP5 to take the kill, the first, taking out Born, and Gangster does the same, taking out Montrosky in towards tunnel. And here comes the execute phase from the attackers. Enrico tries to contest against the Ash, will gladly win it, gets a double kill. But again, a 2v3 yet again. ZFC in big trouble. They need to make a push. The blue push will not work, however, and with it, Gangster will be the last man standing in towards the Arsenal room, and Moose have got it covered. With it, Sage Empire will win yet another defense round, winning round 4 Basement Church, putting them in a score count of 3-1. A very huge lead here for Team Sage, winning 3 defensive rounds, but ZFC winning at least 1 attack round might be able to turn this thing around, because the site will be on second floor gym and bedroom. Knowing that they succeeded defending in CCTV and basement church, Sage has no other option to defend in that specific location. Now the attackers, we will be able to see a double hard breacher, but this time we won't be able to see a Thatcher being brought up. This would put Mute's jammer, more powerful. But there is, multiple number around of ways to eliminate it. Even though there might be the castle armor panels being placed into a second floor gym window and also from the bedroom window, it will be removed nonetheless. But the main, reason why you would place it is because it would waste a lot of time, and also you would waste a lot of utilities. It requires one breach charge, impacts, you name it. That one single utility can change the entire round itself. That is how important Castle is, and that is why you get to see him play in squad matches like these. Although when it comes to solo rank matches, you don't get to see Castle being played a lot, but when it comes to squad, that's where the magic happens. This is the game changer operator, as I might call it, and we've seen multiple number of plays being made with the UMPs too. Still, talking about ZFC though, 1 to 3, they need 2 more wins to at least try to equalize the round count at the end of the first half. And looking at the setup that Sage's been making as of now, we do see 2 rotation holes being made in towards logistics and construction, and also one roam, which would be Manticore roaming in towards the first floor building. Now, they will make their way to go in towards Jacuzzi, and I believe Rewalk will bring in the Thatcher again. It is very necessary to bring in Thatcher, because if he does not, then opening up walls to a particular position wouldn't be a good idea at all. Stage is still making their preparations that would put ZFC in a very good spot if they try to eliminate them, try to pressure them. They're trying to finish up their work. The exothermic charge will come in, will succeed opening up the walls in towards Jacuzzi. Shouldn't be much of a problem. The only main problem is that the defenders are prepped and ready, and they're waiting for the attackers to make their move.
But I think so far Sage has been playing this very intelligently. So we're getting to see ZFC not at any point walk away from them. They're trying to bring out the Thatcher every single time they can. Sage, they've been playing this a little bit better with not letting them pick the map control fights, instead letting them take the gunfights first and foremost. Look at that. Montrosky going face first and finding a frag. Gangster Mixter will be the first one to take the frag and take the fall. He was inside 8. Not the best of positions to be on with a minute and 30 remain. I'm sure it is of course the Ash main. I get it, excuse me there. He's of course the Ash main. He made his way on the side, of course. He did. Not for long. He did not survive that. You still got this little flank watch coming in from below. That's of course for the plant denial. But right now, all eyes on the side of this breach that is coming in from the side of Jacuzzi. Manticore, he wants to go for a bit of a long flank. I think he wants to find anybody who's playing on the side of CCTV, but so far they've got that flank watch coming in from outside the map, and that means nobody will be found on that little long flank coming in from the Manusi. A 4 versus 5, you still got the push coming in. The Thatcher EMPs are rolling out. So many things happening. In fact, Yaladin wants to pick this fight. Not the best ones to pick, and that's why he does get punished, but he's done the damage that he needed to. His push-up is still being stalled from the castle barricades, and just like Baba Goose happened to talk about it, and just like I happened to say, it is quite the defender. Montrosky coming into the frag, but he gets refragged right back in from Fragger. They still got a 3 versus 3, and another fight is going on at Rico. Speaking one with Rewalk, be making his way back onto side. Not sure where the plant is going down right now, but it is. And that is, of course, coming in from Boom. The Jaeger is so bouncy on his feet right now. Just too scared for the plant to go off, and which it will. No denial coming in for the side of the defense. And now it's a post-plant situation. Fragger gets a frag, and he gets another one. In fact, that's double for the man, or that'll come in from the ace, in fact. And that was, of course, Boom, the man who did get the plant down. Manticore, the only one left alive, and not for long. Fragger with his own double to clean up. ZFC with a very good attack round coming in into this one, especially. You happen to see the way Gym and Bedroom is played. This is textbook attack coming in, just able to make the best out of a situation. They knew what Sage is trying to do. They knew that they're trying to play on their back foot with the denial playing on the plant and whatnot. You've got the C4s, you've got whatnot. All of that will be taken care of. You just happen to get the plan down, and very well done. Just able to outsmart and isolate that for themselves. Will be headed to round 6. That's of course the last round before the roll swap comes in, and that's going to be on CCTV and Cash Room.
Well, the first half almost coming to an end. We will see a 6-pick from both the teams here. Gangster Mixter switching from the Buck to the Montaigne. So does Manticore switching from the Bandit. The side being on CCTV, and just Foxy just explained why Sage did not, however, try to pick hide or mute is mainly because of a Thatcher still being in play. That would cause a lot of problems, but still Manticore will decide to try to trick the walls of second floor CCTV, which in fact would not be a good idea, although it would be much more advantageous if you would place the ADS almost nearby to the drone hole, where it does not get caught from the Thatcher's EMP nades, and also the utility get caught from the Jaeger's ADSs, in which he did place it right from the main stairs, one of them, and also a barbed wire, I believe, to make sure that there wouldn't be any information, or maybe a a shock drone which might come in to try to eliminate those important utilities. With it, action phase will proceed, and talking about Twitch, he won't be in play as of now. It's just a major guess as to what Sage is doing currently, but Rewalk will continue doing his work by droning it out. Just needs to be careful with the amount of gadgets that they do need to be careful with. Thatcher's EMP will come in, which would disable some of the important utilities. Manticore prepped and ready. He'll be able to place one of the bandit charges, which will, I believe, succeed. No, he's actually trying to juggling the juggler, as I might like to call it. But here we go. The push comes in right in towards the garage, and also from CCTV window. Boom gets one, taking out Manticore, and with it they will succeed yet again, opening CCTV walls. This is not looking too good here for Team Sage, because the attackers have already gained the upper hand here. Control on garage is exactly what ZFC needs to get this match back on the road, and with a lot of pressure be in the hands of Sage Empire, and also good amount of information via the drones, they will feel the heat, and that heat from ZFC is just only starting to fire up.
Most definitely, it is the mountain still alive and kicking up top on rafters. He's himself got the control entirety of garage all by himself, in fact, and all for himself as well. Look at that. Rewalk being able to just have a walk in the park upon that rafters. No contest whatsoever. We are not going to see any flanks coming in as well. Yalading. And stay strong. Oh, Moo's almost able to get that head, but not be able to connect. Not yet. The Rewalk does happen to walk away with the kill of his own. Meanwhile, there's still got this fight that he's trying to pick with Edrico. None of them being able to win this one. Oh boy. Edrico does happen to make me stand corrected on that. A quick headshot will come in, and that'll be Rewalk to take the fall. They still got the plan going down, but there's the denial. Moves with the denial will come in, and that's the plan for down. Yalading adds up to that destruction. Boom goes down, and it's a 1 versus 3. All of a sudden, with the Mountain left alive, he gets a frag. That's going to be Moose taking down people. The Valkyrie has fallen out. He's still got 2 more to find. Enough HP, the shield into hand. He's still got the pistol to fight against. Very confused and still kicking in life. 40 seconds. He's got to find a kill, which he won. Edrico with a quick headshot, on a Gangster Mixter. A good attempt from the Mountain still. Nevertheless, not just standing in a corner and able to walk away with the entirety of round, just happens to pass by. A good happen to have, but ZFC still were short of something. I think what they were short of was teamwork, because we did get to see a whole lot of that coming in from the side of Sage. Very well played from them, and will be them will be taking the advantage into the second half. First and foremost, 4-2 with Sage into 2 rounds in succession. Let's see what the second half looks like. Eisen, if you could please show us the scoreboard, thank you very much. Manticore with 7 frags, Edrico on to 7 himself. We've still got Gangster Mixter almost close to them. That'll be around 6. But you still got a fragger on the follow-up. Not a whole lot of contribution coming in from the side of Zendaya fan club, especially after the first 2. But don't really blame them. You still got a whole game ahead of us. Clubhouse is, of course, a defender favored map, and that means ZFC will be looking to make amends and just push that little number for themselves, make it a little stronger as we have to proceed with round 7.
With ZFC on defense, the side will be on basement church. We will be able to see a total of 2 C4s. That would be from the Valk and the Melusi. No impact tricks. We might be able to see an impact trick coming in from Born. The only problem is he can be able to just trick twice, but he cannot be able to take out at least one of those utilities. Maybe maybe bringing in a secondary hard breach might do the trick here. I mean, you have the Buck, in which he's been, I would say, a bit of a buff where he has a secondary gadget. So does Fuse, Ying, Amaru with the secondary hard breach gadget. So it might come into play, it might come into work. They try to use it out, but for now they'll just stick it with a total of 2 hard breaches. As of now, you have the OG hard breaches, Thermite and Thatcher, always. I mean, it's just that you don't get to see Thermite Thatcher more often, because poor Mike Baker gets banned every single round and also in the map. I mean, it's just sad Mike Baker noises, all right? But for now, talking about the round itself here, the attackers, Sage, who are slowly making their way, needs to be careful of the one pushing in towards blue. That's going to be Gangster. The MP5 tries to contest that heavy aggression. Wouldn't necessarily work out here, as Adrico will win that gunfight with just a bit of HP here, 5 HP, I guess. And he is still kicking, getting that 1 kill and also succeeding, opening up the hatch in towards the stocks. Moose will also make his way, slowly pushing in towards the main stairs, also opening up the walls in towards basement church. Viable, good option, but still needs to be careful of that angle in which a Rewalk will get one, taking out Moose. A very good kill, but basement church is opened. And also Sage Empire's turn to make their push as well. Another exothermic charge will be used to open up the hatch in towards the bar. Kitchen hatch won't be open, and looks like Team Sage have decided to go for a push in towards the church, not in towards Arsenal room, in which there is less likely a chance that Sage might be able to win this one. Yala in towards the blue, trying to contest against Sir G, in which he needs to be careful of both of those 2 angles. Free fire will come in from both of these players, but it's going to be Born taking out Montrosky, and the Ash taking out Jaeger, equalizing it, putting it in a 3v3. Edrico still alive, although the hatch is what ZFC has in towards Yasu room, which would give them good anchor control. As Boone gets detected via the drone, he'll be able to take it out, but still needs to be careful in towards the main stairs and also in towards the Yasu's room. And talking about time here, though, Sage doesn't have enough, but they will get 1 kill. Man, it's going to be Manticon taking out Boom. Here comes another death here. The Ash is going to get taken down from Fragger. A beautiful shot and also a necessary one. But here comes the plant in towards basement church. Smoke gas canisters to make sure that the plant would not happen. But here comes Manticore yet again, gets a double kill. Needs to find this one last player. She was in towards blue. He'll be gladly take out the final player. And with it, ZFC will make their play, winning round 7 basement church. And also putting them in the score 3-4. One more round to equalize, and also for Team Sage, a very difficult attack phase, as we like to call it. Especially the Ace did not expect it to see that drone peak from the Valkyrie, because she had some vital information as to where exactly their location was via the Valkyrie cams. It looks like it is working out well in their favor, although the site will be locked for them. They have to they're forced to pick second floor CCTV. So with some major changes and also Echo being brought here, let's see what ZFC has in stores.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
I think that's exactly what we're here to find out. We've got more than that coming in from ZFC, and a very good attempt from the side of the defense. A very good opening, in fact, if I may, into the second half. ZFC just happens to open up on a positive note for them. Maybe Clubhouse might just be able to give them that little lucky charm of being on the side of the defense, that they'll be able to catch up to where Sage happens to be standing right now. 1 round in the difference. Let's see where round 8 happens to take us. This is, of course, all eyes on ZFC right now. I'm expecting to see more from them. And speaking of which, we've got Boom already coming in. That is, of course, with his echo pick. Just happen to notice. All right, is it Boom or is it Born?
The name's Born.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
James Bourne.
All right. So just out from the distance, it does happen to look like Boom, and The moment I took off my spectacles, it did look like boom in the distance, but I think we'll roll with the echo just for the moment. So we will get to that name around in a bit. Right now, let's focus on what's going on with the match. That's of course, it's a lot of stuff going on. Honestly, if you ask me, this match has turned out to be quite the surprise, and just in terms of what we do happen to see from teams coming in into qualifiers, I see a little bit of a fight back potential from ZFC that you usually don't get to see happen, not a whole lot. And that's why this match does happen to promise us so much more action than we usually will get to see. So GT, up on the rafters, he's still looking at that angle that he's expecting somebody to be on. That's of course the main breach outside CCTV, excuse me. It's still got so many people just having to make this commotion in and alongside the Thatcher nades coming in with so much more utility he can just offer. The ADS is getting burned down and all the other utilities as well. But wait a minute, Enrico, he's picked up the killing frenzy here. He'll be the first one to find the frag from the side of Sage Empire. They still got a whole lot of map control just to cover. Enrico looking to make that push. They've not got, he's not got a whole lot of support. Gangster Mixer meanwhile will find a frag, but Enrico, he's not stopping. He's found his double. This is the only man who's been getting kills from the side of the attack so far. But wait a minute, Enrico lets the Melusi walk away with the frag, or no, he'll finally get it. There you go, the shield did come into his way, but he's finally going to claim it. 3 kills for the Thermite so far. He's breathed in some of that little toxic gas canister, but will it matter? Another kill comes in from Montrosky, turns it into a 1v4, make that a 1v3. Fragger gets that refrag, we clean up. We're still looking to see where the Thermite happens to find a squad kill or not. He'll be the planter as well. That means so much stuff that only this man has to do. Fragger looking to get that denial onto him, but he does not know where he is. And now, with this little confusion, it's most definitely somewhere the attackers can take advantage of. CH looking to get that final frag for themselves, but Fragger, he's being sneaky. He's made his way awfully close. He's going to get the first one. Does he get the counter defuse on, or is this just a bait? They got Yalading playing this from below. That might just be the best possible case for them. They still got Manticore up top. Fragger does get that drop onto Manticore as well. That's one hell of a shot. They still got Yalading trying to go for this. Wait a minute. This might just be it. Fragger, he's pulled it off. That's it. He's done it, people. He gets the counter diffuse off. ZFC they completely outplay the side of Sage. And what a disappointment. What a disrespect. Fragger comes in with the clutch. A 1 versus 4. Quad clutch coming in from the smoke. Nothing that you would not expect out of this match. But hey, here we are witnessing this. 4-4 will be the equalizer to put that on the board as well. We'll be headed to round 9.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Fragger with a 1v4 clutch. What a play there from the Smoke SMG 11. Giving them the win into a second floor CCTV and also an equalizer 4-4. As we proceed to the next round, round 9, the site will be on second floor gym. This site will be difficult for ZFC to defend unless and until they have something up in their sleeve. Now, talking about that 6-pick, Jason Bourne will switch his 6-pick operator from the Kaid to the Legion. Having that goo mine will be much more of a difficulty for the attackers, knowing that the Legion goo mine will force the attackers not to sprint and also take, consecutive damage over time in which they are forced to remove that mine. So Legion, a very good trap operator, and also we do have Melusi with her Banshee deterrence, which would make sure that the attackers wouldn't just immediately either go for a rush or get in towards the site as best as possible. They just have to think methodically. They just have to use some of the utilities to try to destroy some of them. Since IQ is, IQ isn't banned. They could have picked IQ, but in the at that wrong time, and also with that 6-pick, whereas Sage had no idea that he'll be able to pick Legion. We'll see how Sage might adapt to this situation. Talking about Fragger though, 10 kills, and also Edrico, the man who was doing all of the hard work though, 4K and also a plant. Fortunately, Fragger was unfortunately the better in that round, in the previous round itself. The Exotomic Charge will succeed, opening up the Jacuzzi wall, and also a bit of fear that has been induced from none other than Fragger himself. Nade will come in. Actually, it's a breach charge that would deal minor damage to Gangster Mixter. You should be careful on both of those angles here. CCTV wall is open and so does the blue window. As the drones will come in, giving them vital information. The push from CCTV will happen though. It's going to be a pre-fire from Montrosky and also the Estelma breach charge to make sure that he would get viable information via the concussive nade. Edrico back at it again with the first kill and also the refrag from the MP5 Melusi, taking out Montrosky. Yaladin gets one more, taking out Jason Bourne, or should I just say Bourne. 3v4, ZFC still in big trouble, but Gangster Mixer gets one more, taking out Yala Ding, making it a 3v3. Looks like ZFC have got things under control, unless and until Sage has something to answer for.
That's of course the real question right now. 3 versus 3 into this 4 versus 4 of sorts equalized score count. We've still got ourselves this fight coming in from Enrico. Very confused with his target prioritization. I don't really blame him. So many angles for him to watch, but he'll still be looking at that. No more C4s on the side of the Valkyrie, but hey, he's expecting that prone peak coming in. He does hear the crawl coming in from that bathroom area. Manticore with the push-up. Just watching this, just from the looks of it, I don't think Sage has any drones left. We don't see them going back on the camps. We don't see them looking for more information. And hey, look at that. The face check does happen to give away the position on the smoke. Manticore could come in with a white peak and take him away, but he's not looking to go for it. But look at this outpay. Gangster Mixer is going to get that frag on Enrico. He's looking to find more. A 2 versus 3 that the side of the attack has to win. Moose and Manticore, the only ones left alive. Moose takes some more damage. That's coming in from Sage. Sage is really crumbling under pressure right now in the second half. They're getting the best of them, and Gangster Mixer with a quad kill, looking up and lining up for the ace. Won't be getting it. Rewalk does get it, though. ZFC do put themselves back in the steering wheel and the driver's seat. It is, of course, them who will be taking the advantage for themselves into the second half. And like I said, Clubhouse does happen to come down as a defender-favored map. ZFC, as shown, is exactly why. Able to take turns and just able to twist the tables around into this round 9. Will be theirs for the taking. Will be headed to the next one. That is, of course, round 10 with a score difference of 5-4. Let's see what Sage has to say about that.
ZFC will be the one in lead, and also a very good second half as well, winning 3 defensive rounds in Basement Church, CCTV, and Gym. They just need to do it again. 6 pick from Gangster Mixer, switching from the Melusi to the Castle. Gangster Mixture. It's a very good tongue twister, as I might like to call it. Isn't that right, Foxy?
Locate and defuse bombs.
And if you'd ask me, Baba, I had my earphones off. But anyways, coming back to what we are trying to reassemble about, and really something I wanted to ask you is about the stuff that did go down yesterday. We had so many of the Jordanian operator plays, if I may, and I did happen to specifically miss some of the OES. That is, of course, not about the yesterday I'm talking about. I do happen to talk about the one that I did happen to catch on with Blackjack the other day, where you did not join us in. So it does come down to ask you this little question: Do you actually miss the miss the Oryx play coming out in the clubhouse like we did get to see before, somewhere around the start of season 4? So heavily influenced clubhouse and Oregon, just the way with that Oryx pick.
Always.
That's I think that does happen to sum it up. Very very short and sweet answer, but most definitely is something I'll be taking for one. But back into this game for now. We've not got anything flashy happening, let's be honest here. It's been a good fight of sorts for both the sides of these teams, at least for the side of ZFC for sure. They've been putting up more than just a fight. They've been making this comeback happen. And that just might look like a reality right now. Moose back in the drone. We still got Rodrigo looking to get some more of his own drone work done. There you go. Look at that. All of that information just getting soaked in. That scouting mode coming in from the side of the attackers. The Aladdin picking up a fight of his own. He's still not got a whole lot of commotion happening. That will come in though. The EMPs are going out. We're getting to see the Vamai charges come out as well. The ass shot will come in under time as well. The canister does blow out, but the Aladdin not aiming that correctly. Finally going to try and get it, but the ADSs do catch it off. That's the last of them. There we go. He's going to get it. Third one does happen to get taken down as well. It's not looking too good as Moose does happen to fall. Gangster Mixer does happen to pick up a kill. Where did this come out from? The castle on the roam, not something we did happen to catch on in the beginning. Look at that. The castle barricades happen to come around the side of the bar, and this is quite the role play coming in from this man. It's not something you would expect out of a normal clubhouse match, but here we are finding the castle, looking to get another freebie, which he will. Oh boy, that's one hell of a shot and quite the damage from the side of the defense. The push-up will be in, but that's of no use. Enrico, the last man standing, the thermite. No breaches done, nothing, no ground control. The only thing that could save the thermite right now is the low HP onto Boone. Never mind. Actually, just as I happen to complete that sentence, Rewalk will just be stopping me mid-sentence with that little bullet he just happened to connect onto the last ones standing from the side of the attack. That is another round put on board by the side of ZFC, and guess what? They take match point. That was one hell of a way to get match point. Quite the style that they happen to get here. 6-4 is where they happen to be standing on. This is not the ZFC we saw in the first half. Looks like something else has awakened into the start of the second half. Quite the performance. Let's see if they'll be able to seal the deal here, or will we still see the fight back mode coming in from Sage?
Well, talking about it, 6-4 will be the score count in favor of ZFC. I was trying to, trying to say something, but then afterwards, remember the time when you said ground control? I thought I was just, trying to add up those, like ground control to Major Tom, commencing countdown engine start. So, yeah, I
That's
didn't actually.
I really like that song, Baba.
Yeah, me too, man.
Pink Floyd.
Alright, as we proceed to round 11, second floor CCTV will be the site. And talking about Sage, though, they were unfortunately relegated. Not just relegated, eliminated out in Season 4. Season 5, they're back in the qualifiers phase, and losing against ZFC is not going to be a good idea here. Sage not winning a single attack round, and ZFC is just dominating entire defensive rounds here, even on CCTV basement church. This might be their one final chance to get that spot in Division 3, and Sage needs to work it out. They have to make it happen, or else ZFC will be the one who's going to advance to the next phase. Talking about ZFC, though, didn't expect to see such sheer performance coming in from them, especially from Gangster Mixter and also Fragger, the man with the beautiful 1v4 clutch. But for now, talking about the attacker phase itself, the Dronauts will come in, and also the hard breachers will open up the wall in towards CCTV. This time there won't be any hard breach denials from ZFC. It's just going to be some intel gain and also intel denial, because they have Mozzie in their team with a total of 3 pests. And also, how can not forget about Born with the Velusi's Banshee deterrent. Still needs to be careful of that C4, though, being placed right in towards the drone hole of the CCTV balcony. With the drone wars coming in, Montrosky will be able to get good amount of information, in which both of them are in towards the main stairs. Interestingly enough, Mozzie is still in towards the bathroom side, prone in, and he's just waiting for a bit of sound cues, maybe some footprint noises. Hopefully try to get a perfect kill and also maybe get a good amount of flank here. Manticore with the drone needs to be careful right around that bathroom section, though, as Enrico will use yet another hard breach. Will it succeed? Yes, it does. Taking one more, and he's going to be Moose, taking out Gangster Mixter, taking out Mozzie. And with it, the control of bedroom is them, and also yet another kill coming in from Yaladin, taking out Bourne, putting it in a 3v5. Enrico, okay, a bit of needs to be careful around here. He almost TK'd his teammate, but here comes a C4 out of nowhere from Reebok, taking out Enrico right in from that hatch. 50 seconds left. Sage needs to make this play, or else ZFC might get that win. Sergi taking out Moose. And also, a very tough spot here. Sergi gets one more, taking out Montrosky. Oh boy, things are not looking too well, but Yaladings is here to get that kill with the R4C, taking out Fragger. All they have to do is to try to eliminate one more player on the side of ZFC so that they'll be able to go in for the plant. Jonas will be able to give away Revox's location in towards the main stairs. Sergi still holding in towards the side. Diffuser dropped outside the construction window. Pre-fires from the Jaeger. What an idea, Sergi. Triple kill for him. He just need one more and it's going to be Revox with the MPX taking out Yala Ding. As ZFC will be able to win round 11 second floor CCTV and also a huge upset, defeating Sage, and also they'll be able to get the spot in the next phase. Congratulations to Zendaya Fan Club. They'll be able to go into the next phase, and also well played for Team Sage.
Most definitely, well played to them. They'll be taking themselves that little flex for themselves as well. That quite the performance that they happen to bring up, shutting down a team that does happen to be as old as Sage is into this league, into this entirety of competition. But as I just happened to just my hair a little bit and come back, take a breather about what an amazing match this was. It is, of course, Clubhouse. Nothing new that we happen to expect out of this one, but it most definitely was a good opener coming into qualifiers here. Baba Gusta, as as we just happened to come about that about that last round. Any special thoughts you might want to share about that before we happen to go into reliving the moments, of course.
I mean, nothing.
It's
I
nothing
mean,
out of the blue that I
it just arrived in the flow, so I just couldn't stop it at all, Foxy. So
I don't blame you. And exactly some words and some stuff does happen to come along. There's not really a designated time for it, but we do have a designated time for reliving the moments, and that's right now. People will be going into it and looking at the highlights, of course, of the match, as at least what we are trying to see and what we are trying to find here from these little highlights is, of course, that Sage, they did come out with the confidence. They did have that little one up against their opponents in the beginning of the match. They look shiny, they look polished, they look like they're about to get this victory for themselves. One thing that they definitely did better is being able to take advantage of some little nooks and crannies. I think Zenadaya Fan Club teammates were missing out, of course. This happened to come down to so many things, so many multiple vocabulary words happen to go down to with happen to choose teammates. But coming back to the squad that ZFC does happen to present, they did come in with so many multiple but very little and fundamental mistakes in the beginning. They did make amends for it going towards the second half. But look at this, moments like these were what came down to the shining moments of what we saw Sage able to perform like that. Enrico being able to take advantage, Mantico just being left off, just being a monster. At least whatever he's trying to do, he was being able to pull off. And just the way we happen to talk about this, we do happen to talk about the fact that the first half was most definitely something that we did get to see Sage take away for themselves. But ZFC, man, got to give it to them. Second half was quite the show for themselves. It was beautiful to watch them make that comeback, and just the way we happen to go ahead from here, it will be a very fun. It'll be a very fun qualifiers, knowing that Zenada fan club members are still here playing in this tournament. That out of the way, we've still got so much more coming up and ahead. But coming back to you, Babagusta, anything you happen to have to add about this match that we just happened to witness?
Well, Foxy, just as I talked about it in the first recap itself, trying to predict on who's going to win, for a moment I thought Sage was going to win it out because I had no idea how ZFC would go up against Team Sage. Looking at their performance, though, a 1v4 clutch from Fragger and also a 4K coming in from Gangster Mixter and also from the Jaeger Sergi. Quite an impressive kills and also an impressive gun plays coming in from these players. I'm very excited to see, and also I'm very interested to know whether if they would get a chance to get in the spot on Division 3. I'm very excited to see these teams getting that spot. But for now, talking about the phase itself, there is one more phase to go, and Zendaya Fan Club needs to make sure that they would win at least a total of 1 or 2 more matches so that they could get that spot in Division 3. So other than that, ZFC really impressed me in a lot, to be honest. I did not expect to see such sheer aggressive plays from ZFC itself. We did get to see, more of those aggressive plays even in the early rounds itself, where sometimes where we did get to see, Manticore playing as the Melusi. Most of the time, there was a lot of aggressive peaks, which was unnecessary, but they kept pressuring Sage. They kept pressuring a lot till then they would just immediately give up, and also even at the execution phase as well, all they had to do is just get one or two kills in the early game and then just come back into us the site, wait for the attackers to make their play, and then eliminate them. We didn't see any hard breach denials. We didn't see any mute jammers being placed, although there were a lot of trap operators being placed. So you have the smoke gas canisters, you have the Legion Goo mines, and also you have the Melusi's Banshee deterrent to make sure that the attackers wouldn't get control of the site way too easily. That's how ZFC played, and looks like it did work out well for them.
I think it most definitely did. We did get to see a good opening as to what we did get to see in the qualifier matches, and that was quite the showdown. Let's be honest here. But that was only the first match. That's right, people. We still have two more matches coming up, and let me tell you, both of them will be power pack performances. That's right. We've got the next match coming up: the Volcanic Edge versus Ultra Instinct. We've seen these teams before on screen, and that means that the excitement levels will be all the while more higher. And after that, joining us a little late will be the final match for the night. In fact, that'll be the Onion Gang versus Ground 9 Esports. We'll be joining you guys in just a bit with the second match for the day. That's right, Volcanic Edge versus Ultra Instinct on your screens in just a bit after this short break. Stay tuned.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 It's alright.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft. I'm your host Foxrod, and joining me here is my co-host Baba Gusta and our admin Eisen, and we are here witnessing the second match of the day 3 in the qualifiers of season 5. So many numbers, I'm sure you guys must be a little confused. Let me put that down into simpler words for you. It's going to be Ultra Instinct facing down the Volcanic Edge. That's right. We've seen these two teams come out before in the qualifiers as well. Sadly, none of them have made their breakthrough into the division so far. That is, of course, the keyword here. Let's see what they'll be up to into this match. That'll be up on Oregon. That is, of course, for the qualifiers once again. Let's see who does happen to put the other down into the match. We'll be off to with the band phase already underway. Baba Gusta, please take the mic.
Well, talking about these two teams here, we did get to see both of them compete. Ultra Instinct going up against Psychotic Ace. Map was at Clubhouse 7-2 in favor of UI, and also CL Maximus going up against Volcanic Edge. It was 7-3. The map was on Oregon. Since Volcanic Edge did win 7-3 on map Oregon, I do believe that Volcanic Edge has a bit of a control and also a good familiarity with the site. So I don't know what's going to happen between Ultra Instinct, though, knowing that these two teams are trying to get the spot on Division 3. Now they just need one more name to talk about. And talking about Sardine, though, just said Sarbin. 8 represent the alphabet B. All right. Okay, got it, Sardine. Oh, sorry. Sarbin. Sarbin. All right. I mean, the amount of numbers that I do get to see, Foxy, 4 represents A, uh, L represents. Wait, is L an alpha? Wait, yeah, okay. 1 represents L, and now 8 represents B. So much confusions, but still, I finally be able to crack the code thanks to Sarbin. Wait, did I pronounce that right? Is it Sarbin or Sarbin?
All right, so look at this way. It's let's take a. I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick introduction to the roster. I think that should show things right for us. Let's do that. Yeah. I got Pakora Man, Sonic, Nex, Aziz the YouTuber, so and Zooper from the side of Ultra Instinct. Of course, we've got these names very well rehearsed for now. On the other hand, we've got Darkslayer, Sarbin, Zinex, Hashira, and Why So Serious coming. It just happened to confuse Hashira for a very generic Indian name of a girl, but did happen to make my correction and took me just a second to realize exactly what that name is. But here we are. It's an R, not a T. Very clear to me now with my spectacles on. Hashira, excuse me, is what's up. Quite the weird names, but I don't really blame them. It's nice to see this little new energy that is being thrown into this mix. Volcanic Edge coming in with the best of plays that they're looking to exhibit for us and for themselves as well. The first round will be underway, and it's of course Oregon. This is a map that we've loved quite a bit, maybe even overloved. In fact, if you'd ask me, looking to make that all of those reconstructions and quite the strategy implication here, don't you think, Babu Gustav? We've got the bandit into effect, we've got the castle coming in, and we've still got reconstruction underway, shield placements, whatnot. Do you think this might just be going too overboard, or is this necessary?
I mean, as a great man once said, desperate times calls for desperate measures. And talking about Volcanic Edge, though, I mean, says the name itself, Volcanic, making sure that they would be as tough as possible, making sure that they would be as explosive as possible, though, although we don't see a Goyo being played with the Volcanic Shield, it would have been much more, good that way. But talking about the first prize is going to be Zinex with the SMG-12 taking out Pakora Man. Unfortunately, the sledge did not expect it to see a gentleman in towards the armory lockers, actually in towards the armory, which would give him the early kill. A beautiful kill, and also an unfortunate, unforeseen consequences for Pakora Man, because he won't be able to do anything as of now. Next might be able to, make a small hole so that he'll be able to do his drone works. As meanwhile, we see those smoke gas canisters coming in to make sure that the attackers wouldn't have an immediate control in towards the attic. Now, next, will make his way opening up the windows in towards attic to make sure that he'll be able to get good amount of distraction for Sarbin. Talking about the smoke, he'll be able to use one more smoke gas canisters, in which he only has one more. He has to use it at that good time, and also you need to use it at the right moment. Although Sonic might be able to take out that deployable shield right from below itself, all he has to do is at least try to ping it with the ping 2.0 system. There you go, the pings will come in. The ping number 4, in which Ace did make his mark, in which the Zofia should also make his way to try to open up the impact nades, but unfortunately Darkslayer decides to evade it, claiming the life of the Zofia, and he will slowly make his way in towards the bedroom, and he gets one more. Darkslayer takes out Aziz, and with it Nex and Zuper will be the two players the side of Team Ultra Instinct to make their play. Zuper still in towards the attic. He needs to go for that push, but he's technically covered in a lot of positionings and also angles being made from the defenders. Two of them will get taken out from Nex's weapon, taking out Z-Nex and Darkslayer. Looks like Ultra Instincts might have a chance here, but they don't have that much though. 16 seconds left. Hashira gets one, and Visosirius with the UMP taking out Nex, as Volcanic Edge will be able to win round 1 second floor, kids. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, we will proceed to round 2, where Team Ultra Instincts will be in the lead. One round win on defense. As Volcanic Edge will be the one winning on defense, and Ultra Instinct, even though with some beautiful plays coming in from Nex, unfortunately couldn't get the win. With it, we will proceed to round 2. Basement Laundry will be the site. Interesting picks from both the attackers as well as on the defender sides, where we will see a Capitao and Nomad being picked. On the side of defense, we'll see Zinex bringing in the Alibi.
Some quick 6 picks is what we are expecting. Look at that. Not from the side of the defense though. There we go. It does come in and onto Clash quite interestingly. So, all right, interesting pick that we don't usually get to see coming down onto Oregon. It's of course the Laundry side, and that's where the Clash will be employed. Nothing too surprising as well at the same time, but hey, it is of course Volcanic Edge who's gotten the first round on board. They're looking to get a few more done. Let's see if they'll be able to get that. Let's see if they'll be able to get that done or not. Salman, we've still got him running with the Clash. That will be him who's brought that out. Hashira, meanwhile, that's of course the Jaeger. The ADS is coming into play. Why so serious? Meanwhile, will be on the Vamai, and just the way the picks happen to be, we're not getting to see a whole lot of denial coming in from the side of Volcanic Edge. It is of course quite the fight that they're looking to take for themselves, and that's exactly what you'd expect out of them. Ultra Instinct, meanwhile, not the best of attacks that we've seen so far, but this might just be the round that they'll be able to make amends for. We've seen many teams come around and lose rounds when it does come back to kids dorms and areas like that. But coming back to Laundry, it does happen to strike a little bit of a lucky charm for the side of the attack. Let's see if it'll be one of those cases or not. Sarbin is still looking to get himself this little reward out of green. Not the best of positions to be on. Look at that, getting punished already. Just able to walk away with an ounce of his life. He'll just be taking damage from that grenade. Thank God, in fact, that he's not taken out by it. Should be thanking himself for it as well. Going into the prep phase and into the action phase now that we happen to be finding ourselves into. It's not once again not the quickest of attack rounds coming in from the side of Ultra Instinct. Once again, very spread out, and not really sure where this all converges onto and what kind of plan does come into play. But look at this. Wait a minute. Zuper awfully close to side. He gets the first frag, and that was onto Smoke. That's having to grab some attention from the Clash, and now he's being zapped. He's just being controlled entirely into this little section that he's got to fall back out of. Max coming in the second nade that he had for himself. Now he's got to fight the Clash himself now. It's coming down to this little waste of time that is, of course, coming in from the side of the defense, but at what cost? The kill comes in as well with the follow-up. Look at that connect. No, that was from Zuper himself. A team kill. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought that did come in from the hallway, but looks like I'll still stand corrected. Zinex, meanwhile, going for a possible flank. The Nomad charge is exactly what is stopping him. He's still got the push-up happening from the side of the White Stairs. Sonic awfully close to this hatch, and below it, They'll be looking to make that push the moment Aziz, the YouTuber, gets that hatch open. Claymore out is just getting baited. Clash knows exactly what she can do with it. Sarbin goes for it as well. And look at the damage on the man. And that means the Claymore's being taken care of as well. Sonic Neva taking care of the shield and trying to take care of the mic. Oh, almost able to connect with that headshot as well. But will scrape his shoulder, but won't be able to survive that for long. What a run in from Hashira. Does happen to come down to a double duty takedown. The smoke just to dissipate that little bit of a line of sight that the attacks do have for themselves. But will that be enough? They're getting the breaches done. Push up from the side of main stairs is back into effect, and that will come in, of course, from the Ash. We've still got ZX coming in with the flank. One kill, and here comes a follow up on Hashira. The last man standing is Zooper. The Clash breaks out his pistol and gets that kill. Sarbin with that headshot towards the end will be getting that long due overkill that he was trying to find for himself onto the Ash. Will get that connect eventually. Once again, it is, of course, the Volcanic Edge standing up to be the better team and not Ultra Instinct. It'll be the second round being put on board from them, 2-0, and we're headed to Kitchen and Dining.
Well, this is unfortunate though for Ultra Instincts. Even with Sarbin's special, the shock therapy unfortunately did work out quite well for Ultra Instinct. And talking about it, they'll be able to get the win on Basement Laundry too. With it, the third site for Volcanic Edge to defend will be on first floor kitchen. We won't be able to see a clash being brought up. It's only just one round that they would bring, especially Sarbin. We did get to see that in the previous match as well. I believe I'm just trying to get that match history though. Yep, there you go. Against the Psychotic, actually against CL Maximus, but most of the time when Volcanic Edge were on defense, they used to get a lot of wins on Basement Laundry on round 2 and round 6. In round 5 though, there was quite a lot of early kills in favor of CL Maximus. So it looks like they just made a decision that this would be their strat from now on, bringing the clash in towards Basement Laundry. It does works out well in favor of Volcanic Edge, but still there are some weaknesses that the attackers can exploit. If they do it, it will be a good opportunity. Talking about why so serious though. So he'll be vaulting in towards the washing on top of the washing machine, and also Zooper, who will make his drone works, giving him information in towards the second floor kids dorms, trophy window, and also in towards the armory. He still has his support. That's going to be Pokora Man, who will also make his drones to make sure that all of the tracks are being covered. Open up the windows, get in towards that building, so they'll be able to make that vertical lines of sight. Keep that in mind, the site is in kitchen and dining, not on meeting / kitchen, which would be a bit much more, I wouldn't say difficult, but this is a preferred site that Volcanic Edge has made a decision. No vertical lines of sight from the defenders to try to contest against them, and looks like Super will be able to get one, taking out Darkslayer in towards the kids downs. But here comes that retaliation, the SMG-11 from Sarbin, dealing major damage to Super. But here comes Zinix with the Alta, taking out Bakora Man, contesting that vertical lines of sight. Looks like Ultra Instinct needs to be worried about these kinds of plays, and also that drone coming in from Castle, who already made his way in towards that big tower window. But still, try to contest against these players would be a bit of a pain, unless and until if they had those nades. Talking about nades, that was Pakora Man, who was eliminated early, but still they have to make those new lines of sight. And Zuber needs to be careful of the AoE blast of those Ash Breaching Charge. One more Ash Breaching Charge being nearby in that vicinity would cause Ash to be knocked out. So she needs to be careful, especially when making those vertical lines of sight. For now, a lot of times you may sit around here. 1 minute left for Ultra Instinct to make their play. And talking about that man count, it is equalized. However, 4-4. Zuper, however, not in a good spot, will be able to use one of her utilities to destroy the Maestro cams. And now their main focus will be in towards the kitchen and also in towards the meeting. 40 seconds left. Let's see what Ultra Instincts have in their hands.
That's exactly what we're here to find out. 40 seconds to separate us from this 4 versus 4 that is up against. That 3 versus 4. A quick kill comes in from Ashira. That'll be the first one to drop Sonic. not being able to survive towards the end of the round here for his team. Another one follows up. That'll come in from Xenex. In fact, that's the Maestro getting the all kill on his Zooper. Where is the planter? Is the plant even going to go down? As he's the YouTuber, the man with the plant, it will come down to him, the Jackal. A quick refrag at 2 versus 3, and like I said, the plan is being stuck. Here comes the cover. The Jackal trying to be as influential as he can right now, but is this enough? The plan is off, people. It's a post-match situation. Make that a 1 versus 2. Next has got to find a squad kill for himself. He knows that the counter defuse is on, but he knows that he's got to find the final frag before he happens to go around for this a 1v1, which he'll win, people. The clutch from the man. Next will be the person who will be getting this team the first round on board. That does happen to be this one. Round 3 will be theirs for the taking. Ultra Instinct putting this first round for themselves on board. That all on the back of this one person. The Jackal comes alive, gets himself a double kill, and then the follow-up onto the second double kill as well, with the plan being stuck down. Very well played. Ultra Instinct will be taking that for themselves. The first round, 1-2, will be the scoreline. We're headed to round 4. That means Kids Doms and Kids Main Hall is once again open for the side of the defenders to take advantage of, and that's why we're headed back there. Baba Gusta, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I would say that this will be a head-to-head win, though, since knowing that second floor kids and basement laundry did go in the favor of Volcanic Edge, unless and until if they do figure out a way to try to counter their plays, maybe we might see a good overtime round coming in. And talking about, talking about the Jordanian operators. I mean, most of the time I always like to say the oh yeah. Even in the the previous matches where I didn't get to cast matches which had Oryx in it. I mean, there were some other matches where Jack didn't get to cast matches which had overtime matches in it. So basically we're even. So
10 seconds left.
I wondered how many matches I've let go where I could have made amazing dad jokes.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and
anyways, we will proceed to action phase, the site being on second floor kids dorms, and also Sarbin with the smoke, and also a very great clutch coming in from Ultra Instinct 2, giving them the win in towards first floor kitchen, and that too it was a post plant kitchen slash dining. Now they are on their way to try to go back to the side of second floor kids. The nade will come in, this time eliminating that deployable shield. And another nade will cause some major damage to Zinix, followed up with the drone, which gets taken out. And also a huge pressure coming in on the side of Warden, because he needs to be worried about two of those angles. One which would be in towards the stairs, the second in towards the window. Doesn't have to worry about anything at all. The SMG-12 will claim the life to Pakora Man yet again. 3 times in a row. Actually, 4 times in a row. No, actually, I do feel bad for Pakora Man because he's been picked out 4 times right now, and he couldn't try to contest against one single defender as of now. That is sad, but hopefully in second half you might be able to see him perform extraordinarily well. But talking about the match at hand here, Zinx will use the hatch to drop down in towards the garage, and also why so serious holding an angle in towards main stairs. So basically he will fall back in towards the white stairs instead to hold an angle, and also wait for the attackers to push in towards second floor kids and attack. Now, talking about the time itself, they have good amount of time. They did open up the walls into a second floor kids. The only problem is that they've lost 1 man count. That's going to be Pakora Man not being able to, try to get that kill, but he did his job to try to take out that deployable shield and also get that kill, forcing Warden to fall back in towards the side. But here comes another nade though from Nex, which gets caught up from the ADS, which is right below the attic, which would force him to make for the push. He's the head of castle, and it's going to be Sonic taking out Why So Serious. But the push continues from Nex, and he's going to get instantly denied. But here comes Ash yet again to try his luck, but Sarbin is here taking out Super, gets a double kill, and with it Sonic and Aziz will be the 2 players left on the side of Ultra Instincts. With 35 seconds left, Volcanic Edge will just calmly wait for Ultra Instinct to make their play. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Let's see what's going to happen right here, right now. Sonic, he's giving the cover that Aziz needs for the plant, which is being stuck, but he's gotten off of it for a second, and that was just the mistake that the side of the defense needed him to make. Refrag comes in, and so does the follow-up kill. That'll be Sonic to fall. It's Volcanic Edge. Put another one on the board. This will be the third round for the side of the defense to be taking here. Very well done, in fact. Just being able to take advantage like this, beautifully well done. Round 4 is there's round 5 as well. We'll be headed to. Let's see what they do have to bring up. And it is, of course, 1-3. Quite the scoreline as well that we're getting to see here. Just as we happen to go ahead, Baba Gusta, are you getting to see something new that we usually happen to see that little spiced up Oregon, right? You come back to qualifier stages, it's a little different from what we get to see in division stages. Even with the operator picks, the alibi is something that's been drawing my attention. I think that's not something that we've been seeing getting used quite a bit, and as well as coming back to the attacker phase as well. Right now, the Iana pick will come in for Pokora, man. I think it's more than a necessity right now. Iana does happen to have quite the versatility for herself. Does happen to have the nades and just the speed you happen to need, and most definitely the gun that you can definitely rely. But coming back, Dark Slayer, he's brought out the Goyo operator. I love on a personal level, especially when it does come down to maps like these that you can approach so linearly, have multiple ways to go about it. It will come down to Goyo being such an influential and just an important operator into this game. If he does happen to stay back, though, I think he's moonwalking right now, and we know exactly what happens to people who are so smoothly moonwalking. That's what happens. Darkslayer has left the game, people. That's an unfortunate sight to witness, but we knew that is coming. I think Darkslayer himself knew that is coming in, and so did his teammates. Hopefully, there we go. We'll actually be going into a quick rehost. It's that's exactly, I think, what I was trying to put out. That hopefully we won't be needing a rehost, but looks like maybe we might be, or we might not be. Let's take a quick confirmation. There won't be a rehost as Darkslayer has returned. That's right. Just quickly being able to get ourselves that clarification. Finally, we did get it though. It is, of course, still a 4 versus 5. Mind you, it does not mean even with the reconnection from the side of Darkslayer, he'll be allowed to play Volcanic Edge. We'll be having to play this on the man disadvantage. Let's see if that does happen to bite them in the back or not. Ashira playing all the way on the side of a basement. He's got himself this nice little angle, if I may. The carbine, of course, a very good gun to be taking fights on, but I'm not sure where Ultra Instinct is. Honestly, the side does happen to be laundry, but so much emphasis on the roam clear has happened to put them up in a very difficult spot that this entirety of the site is just getting too much time to relax on. And you know what that means? It's giving them more information to work with. Next, we'll be able to get another frag, though. That is, of course, the first one that has been picked up from the side of Ultra Instinct for this round. 2 people down already. One that did happen to come and fall in with their lucky charm just being on their side. And the second one being picked up, make that a third one. Super happens to walk away on the side, and here he goes. He's already here trying to fire away. I'm not sure how he happened to come in with that pre-fire. He just happened to go with it. There we go. He's going to find another one. That'll be on to Hashira. Still going to find another. No, he won't be able to. But Aziz does find that final kill for himself, though. The Diana does go down, but that was a good kill. Nevertheless, it will be for the side of the attackers to take advantage on. Ultra Instinct walk away with that round for themselves, and more than it will be their little fight back into this round. 2-3 is the scoreline. We're headed to round 6. Let's see who happens to show up into this round.
Well, with round 6 being in play, there won't be a 4-5 since Darkslayer, who did brought in the Goyo with the Vulcan shield, tried to combine both the shield and the edge together, but unfortunately it was too much that he was forced to disconnect. But he'll come back in the action phase itself. It's just the reference jokes I make. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. But hey, talking about round 6 though, 2-3 in favor of Volcanic Edge. The site will be on Basement Laundry, and also this will be the last first half on defense for Volcanic Edge to defend. And again, we'll be able to see Sarvin bringing in the clash once again on the side of Basement Laundry. We get to see this time and time again. We did get to see it in the previous match, and now we're going to see it against Ultra Instinct. And it's going to be very interesting to see whether how it's going to work out well. And now talking about the holds in place from Volcanic Edge, it is still the same. The only difference is, will we see some changes coming in from Ultra Instinct though? Because in the previous round, we did get to see them trying to take out the roamers first and then make their way in towards the site. Will we see some huge nade being dumped into Clash? About to see it in the action phase itself. Pakora Man rappelling in towards second floor kids will also make his way by giving him information via the drone or the Gemini replicator. Soda Super though will be able to go in for the drone works as well. Gets caught from Xenex's MX4 Storm, and he will waltz back in towards the kids for now. Talking about Xenix though, he's been making quite a lot of important plays, wasting a lot of time for the attackers. Although it wasn't that much in the previous round where they did get to shut him down quite early. Super not seeing the default cams, not being able to see Xenex's MX4 Storm taking out two players, Super and Nex. Gonna go down immediately, whereas Ultra Instinct has lost two players here. Super, the soft breacher Ash, and Nex with the Ex-Kairos pellets Hibana. With it, Sabine will try to give much more difficulties. We're going to see a triple kill coming in from Xenix again. Not quite sure what happened to Pakora Man at that moment, as he was trying to use his Gemini replicator right in front of Alibi. Fortunately, it didn't work out well, and now it is a 2v5 situation here. Sonic needs to be worried about and also needs to be worried around here because they haven't got the control on the site yet, nor nearby Freezer or in towards the big tower stage 2. They have to eliminate Xenix, but no, Xenix comes in with another one, gets a quad kill. Can he get the ace though? A lot of pre-fire with the MX4 Storm. He is feeling it. He is feeling the beat. He's feeling the bullet. He just needs to get that one single kill. Reload comes in. Will he get set? No, it does not. A huge shutdown from Sonic as Xenix's faith and also hope of getting an ace has unfortunately come to an end. But still talking about that win though from Volcanic Edge, that is of certain. Sabine is here to give a bit of a shock therapy to the Zofia. You just need to keep that in mind that Zofia doesn't have her withstand anymore due to that Mitch patch season. So it's just Sabine will be able to just keep shocking Zofia, and there you go. Shock therapy worked out indeed with Sonic. Gonna go down as Volcanic Edge will be able to win round 6 Basement Laundry and puts it in a score count of 4-2. With it, we will proceed to the second half, round 7. Where Volcanic Edge will be the one in lead and also in attack. They only need 3 more rounds to succeed against Ultra Instincts. Or will we see Ultra Instinct make a beautiful recovery as the site will be on Basement Laundry and Supply Room?
That's exactly what we're here to find out, and what we're here to do a little bit of exploration as well. I think just the way it has been a good first half for the side of this team. Of course, the one that is in the lead, it was a good first half for them. Volcanic Edge will be the ones with the bragging rights for that. But the game is far from over yet. We've seen some really good twists and turnarounds come out in the second half. Of course, the first match for today was a very good evidence of that. Let's see what this match does happen to bring out. Will it be in the best of interest for the side of Ultra Instinct just to play this safe? They've come up with the first side on the side of Laundry. Usually, we do see teams being able to take the safe haven, come back on the side of Kids Doms, not Laundry. But right now, it is, of course, Laundry where they'll be headed to, and that's the way, as we happen to see them take this. It does happen to raise so many more questions and eyebrows. But Sonic holding down with the Goyo. Pakora Man will be bringing out the smoke for himself. Aziz, meanwhile, is on the electric duty. He's got out the bandit. And Super, meanwhile, will be on the Eagle. I'll really be interested to see what Super does happen to bring out, though. It's quite the frag power that he did happen to bring in with the Ash plays and really quick Russian plays that were coming in from the man himself. So does happen to come down to what he has to bring in and what he has to bring out. But right now he's on the roam and looks like he's trying to find the first of his skills. So far, nothing yet. He's not found anybody. Of course, the information rollout will be happening from his teammates any moment now. Xenix, meanwhile, onto the blue bunkers, taking some damage, and Pakora Man opens up with a frag. That is, of course, Sarban taking the first frag, taken down off in the first frag. In fact, it looks like the Ashes from the side of the attackers are just not having a great day today. Aziz still coming in with the pre-fire of his own Zooper, watching for the flank and just waiting for his shining moment to come across and come through. That's exactly when he'll be making that push for himself. We've still got more time taking down, and the attackers slowly gaining control. Sonic back on the drones. He's going to be giving as much as information as he can for his teammates. We've not got a whole lot happening, at least not yet from the side of the attack. But as we happen to hit the 1 minute 30-second mark, things become all the while more uncertain.
Well, TikTok says the clock, and talking about Volcanic Edge's time, they've only have minute and 30 seconds left for them to work out. They haven't eliminated the rumors just yet, which would pose a threat to them. Knowing that the site is on Basement Laundry and Ultra Instinct, they're just making sure that they would waste a lot of time here. Why so serious will be serious, pushing in towards the attic to try to end at least one or two rumors once and for all. Melusi decided to hold in towards second floor kids, whereas Jaeger is in downstairs, and that means there's only one player into a second floor and Jaeger in towards the first. If Melusi gets one, if he takes out Darkslayer, it's going to be much more of an advantage here. Next takes out one, Zinix gets the other, taking out Super, tries to go for that wall bang. Unfortunately, won't be able to find one in towards the attic. Now Nex still has that opportunity. Pre-fire will deal major damage to Zinix, putting him in a total of 2 HP. Still talking about that time though, it is favoring on the side of Team Ultra Instinct, and they just have to keep it that way. And talking about Nex will be able to get off one, get the ping in towards Diffuser, but here comes Ashira taking out Aziz, and Nex will fall back in towards the side. Wait for the attackers to make their move. Pakora man with the SMG-11, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to take out Hashira, as Viso Sirius will take out Nex, putting it in a 1v3 situation. Actually 1v2. SMG-11 comes in. It's going to be Pakora man with the 3k in round 7, giving them the win in Basement Laundry amidst the number of unsuccessful gunfight wins that Pakora man had in the first half. He's finally been able to make some amazing plays in the second half, as he'll be able to give them the win for Team Ultra Instinct. As we proceed to round 8, second floor kids dorms will be the site. Talking about this site, it might be as fiery as ever. Talking about it, Sonic will bring in the Warden, the deployable shield. Believe there's a total of just one deployable shield. For a moment there, I thought they would bring in the smoke, but this time they just made a decision that they would just bring in the mute instead. Knowing that the Thatcher is banned, having that mute jammer would cause the attackers to have less information towards the site, as a 6-pick will come in from Aziz, switching from the Bandit to the Vigil, because they need a roamer to make sure that it wastes a lot of time. Good patience game coming in from them, and Pakora man looks like he's trying to enter the third dimension here. Moonwalking into a second floor kids. He just needs to get back to reality. Oh, there goes Gravity. Pakora man has left the game, and what a timing, just when I was about to say that. The only question is, will we be able to see a rehost, or will they continue to be in a 4v5 situation here? It's all up to Ultra Instinct to make this decision. They still have 10 seconds more to think about it. And talking about the attackers, though, from Volcanic Edge, they still need 3 more wins, I believe. 3 more wins on attack to seal the deal against Ultra Instinct. And talking about their win on round 7, Basement Laundry, looks like Ultra Instincts, it's just their beginning in towards defense. Maybe with some aggressive peak, some aggressive spawn peak that we might get to see from Aziz might change the entire tide. Talking about it, Sonic will be dealt with some major damage in towards the main stairs, and looks like a lot of pressure is on the hands of Ultra Instinct. They have a chance to equalize this round. Will it happen though? Let's find out.
That's exactly what we have to find out right now. Look at this. The man count disadvantage from the side of Ultra Instinct is going to bite them in the back. But right now, all they can assume to not do is let that affect them. Aziz taking some damage. He's the sole person, in fact, on this roam. Not the best of positions to be on. With him being in that position, will get taken away by Sarbin. We still got the request from Sonic coming in after this round for a pause timer, which will be entertained upon. But right now, it's Super. He's going to get the first frag from the side of the defense. It's the first one that he's found so far. He's going to get another one. Oh, yes, he will. A good connect does come in onto Darkslayer. This will be the second one to fall into his crosshairs. turning that into a 3 versus 3 back into effect with the man count equalize does happen to give Ultra Instinct another chance of having a go at this round. Why so serious on the flank watch? He's still looking to see any strays that are coming up from the side of the kitchen, but so far, nobody. They still got drone works coming in on the side, and that means the information that will be relayed back will come into a very executable attack from the side of Volcanic Edge. We're looking to see them make that happen. Zinex, Hashira, and Why So Serious, three of them. Everybody's just working around the information that they're trying to gain right now. The scouting positions is exactly where they are, but these positions from the side of the defenders are what are going to come into effect. Sonic, with the Warden into play, he's got the flashbangs immunity for himself. There you go, look at that. The watch does come into that little activation mode for himself, and the goggles as well. Thus kicking him into otherwise more insurance just to roll with what he wants to go. Ashira coming in with the window peak. That might just be a little risky, honestly, for my liking. Not the best of positions to be on, but Sonic is still looking to stick in this position. He's been good with exactly what he's trying to put off here. There we go. He's going to get the reinforcements done and dusted. Trying to catch off the defender in that little haste of him getting the reinforcement up top. That won't be a mistake. I think Volcanic Edge will be coming up to do, but I think what they've really done and come up with something that they've not calculated is a clock that's really taking out of them. Super gets the third. Is he going to get the quad? Oh yes, he's going to connect, baby. But he does not get the final kill. Will not be his ace, but it'll still be the kill for the side of Ultra Instinct. They'll be the first ones, or they'll be the ones to get around 8 on board, people. Coming so close to that ace, Super almost being able to get that for himself. Very interesting. Very interestingly, Super does happen to be this very amazing player that he's been adding up. That little influential play for his team, and just the way as it happens to be, well, we headed to round 9, and right now it's 4-4. Let's see what will come across, and so far it's not a whole lot that we've seen, and we're back to our faces, people. Oh, that's right. Just a little bit of confirmation with what Ultra Instinct would like to do, knowing that one of their players has disconnected, and that's why we're just getting that sorted out, up and duster. Excuse me, that up and done. But meanwhile, while we still are at it, Babu, anything you do happen to add to this? But right now, I think what we do happen to come across into this match is so far we've seen amazing performances back to back, and just the way this is, we're looking at essential equalized scoreline, 4-4. Anything could happen, and just from the way we happen to go ahead from here, it's just full of surprises, full of stuff we wouldn't expect things to happen, and just the way it is. Babu Gusta, anything? I think you're dying to say something. Is that it, or am I misreading the situation? I'm sure I'm misreading it.
No, I was just trying to help our admin there, because since he just needed the information of the scoreboard, so we just had to deal about that situation. But talking about these both of these teams here, Ultra Instinct, since they were the ones on attack, they only won 2 rounds, which was on third, round 3 and round 5, first for Kitchen and Basement Laundry. I mean, we did get to see one of the teams, which was Volcanic Edge, losing one of their teams. It was losing a player due to a disconnect. It was Dark Slayer. And now it is Pakora Man, the man who had a bit of a problems in the first half on attack, did try to perform his excellence in round 7, Basement Laundry. And also, even with that man count disadvantage in round 8, they somehow won the defense hold against Volcanic Edge on attack. This might be a chance for Ultra Instincts to win this one out here on defense. So with Pakora Man in the game, we'll be able to resume the match here, ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed to round 9. And let's see what the fate of these two teams hold. Will we see Ultra Instincts getting back in the match and also getting us poked into the next phase? We will see that 6 pick from Pakora Man switching from the Melusi to the Castle, and also the match will be underway.
The match is in fact and indeed underway, where we are into this action back with the reconnection from the side of Ultra Instinct as well. Everybody in the lobby, everybody's accounted for. Round 9 is, of course, this is one of the deciders that just the way it is. Where are we going with this match? Are we going to see Ultra Instinct take the advantage, or is it going to be Volcanic Edge that does come around with a little bit of the advantage that they've been looking to get for themselves? So far, so many unanswered questions. What I'm really looking to see forward is will we see either of these teams take match point first? Who's it
10
going to
seconds
be?
to insertion.
Ultra Instinct is most definitely my where my money is on, because they happen to be on the side of defense, and Oregon is a defender favored map. At least I like to believe
Attackers
so.
are moving out
And
to
just the way
locate
they've been
bombs
playing
and
so far, I think with 5 men in the lobby, they'll be able to make some work, and they'll be able to do that quickly enough. Round 9 will be underway. Let's see what Volcanic Edge happens to bring up. They've had a good performance themselves. Really rooting for Volcanic Edge to come in with their own set of plays and some really interesting attacking strategies. We've seen them play the first half, just absolutely beautiful. We've got so much stuff happening from this team, just waiting to see if they have more to exhibit to us, or is this it? So many questions. Most definitely a position. I think both these teams have been put into this little corner that they've got to perform, they've got to experience, they've got to test it out and battle it out. And who's going to be taking this decider? And who's going to be taking that little advantage for themselves? Who's going to be getting match point first? That's the main question. Zuper still on the side. We've not got a whole lot happening except on the side of the roam play. That's of course not exactly present in huge amounts from the side of Ultra Instinct. I don't really blame them. Volcanic Edge, they're taking the sweet time as well. So it's just the scouting that is happening so far as we happen to hit the 1 minute and 30-second mark. Let's see what it boils down to.
Located.
Well, 4-4 is the scoreline, and still we don't see any bodies being dropped from either both of these attackers nor defenders. But talking about that drone works, though, not quite a lot. They will, however, make that vertical lines aside, which will deal major damage to Zuper, who's currently in a very low HP. Next, on the other hand, is trying to contest the player in towards the attic hatch. But no, he'll just decide to fall back in towards the big tower stairs. Maybe try to make his last stand in towards the side instead. No, he actually decides to go for a flank here. He is forced to use his C4. No, he's just going to use a melee hole to try to eliminate one of the players. We'll see one, but instead he'll get dealt with some major damage instead. Why so serious? Will definitely make sure that the flank from Valkyrie will not happen, which will force himself to push in towards the meeting room. Now Sonic is prepped and ready with the M5 shotgun. He needs to wait for the attackers to come in towards his line of sight. Now, with a total of 40 seconds left, Sarbin will be able to see some shotgun holes being made from Smoke himself in towards the showers. But now, Volcanic Edge needs to make a move here. And talking about that move, is going to be Dark Slayer to push his first pawn, taking out Pakora Man. Will you see another one? Yes, he does. He's going to take out the Jaeger as well. Hashira will be able to take out Super, and with it, the sight is them in towards kitchen. But here comes Ness to try to control it. Misses the opportunity from the Ash. Will he get the kill? Yes, he does. Next with the double kill, but he's too late to get much more information. And now it's a 1v3 post plant coming in from Aziz, but unfortunately, he won't be able to find anything just yet. Volcanic Edge, amidst the number of problems that they had to deal with the past 2 rounds, we finally be able to win round 9 first floor kitchen and also put them in the lead with a total of 5-4. 5 wins on the side of Volcanic Edge. They'll be the one in the lead. Talking about Ultra Instinct, though, they had the chance. And now the site on round 10 will be on Basement Laundry. Talking about kitchen and dining site, though, it's always the site where the attackers always has the chance to, get that win. So talking about round 10, the site being on Basement Laundry, Volcanic Edge will be the one who will be in the lead as of now.
Attackers
The
need to locate
changes
and
of
defuse
some
bombs.
operators, maybe. Yeah, we will see Sonic bringing in the Goyo, and also Aziz bringing in the Bandit. We won't be able to see a mute being brought up here from Ultra Instinct. Just going to be a big denial as of now.
That's of course that's exactly what I'm looking forward to see, and something more than that. I think more than just the denial that has come out from the side of Volcanic Edge, they've been able to take themselves this advantage of a round that they so direly needed. 5-4 is of course a scoreline, and they're looking to push that into a 6-4 as well. That'll be match point for Volcanic Edge to walk away with. Ultra Instinct really needs to set things right. They're on defense, looking to make amends to what they're trying to change up and what they're trying to bring. Looper will be the man on the roam. I'm not sure if this is the best of ideas to come out because they've still got the Melusi out on the roam as well. That's two people already from the side of the defense just being let out on the freeway. It might just come down to them being crushed down. It's like a bug that that Volcanic Edge has been doing. Quick roam clears. Honestly, let's be honest here. They've been good with it. Not the best of attacking strategies, but they've been very quick. They've been very meticulous with what they like to do. And look at that. Drone work did come in. I think it's spotted next. That's some quite the work. Look at this. Two drones. Make that three maybe. That's enough eyes to give a live location to exactly where this man is playing. And that's why that little pushback will come in from the side of the defense. He's fallen back himself on the side. Next will not be engaging onto that angle. Not at least not for now. Sarbin, meanwhile, making the push happen from the side of Kids Doms along with Dark Slayer. That's the IQ and the Ash. Both of these ladies I myself admire so much. We've still got a minute and 40 seconds remaining and counting down to it. But wait a minute, a sneaky defender is happening to crawl up from the side of Laundry Stairs. But hey, Sarbin still does get to walk away with that barely, but he's still alive and kicking. Mind you, that little sneaky play could have just costed that man quite harshly. Zirix watching somebody coming up at the flank, and that's of course the Jaeger. His position is of course giving away Zooper. I don't think he knows that, and that means the surprise element that he wanted to carry along with him is no longer there. They'll be expecting him, and this fight is going to be one hell of a fight for him to win, which he will. Darkslayer gets taken down off of that headshot. Connect coming in from the carbine. Very well done, Zooper. Looking to find more of his frags with the flank play that has just worked out for him. Or he's gotten another down. He's gotten a confirmed frag. He's still looking for more people, mind you. And that won't come down. It will be Sarbin who will be getting that frag onto Zooper. And a quick refrag, of course, that is. They're still looking at 3 versus 4. As charge will come in, that's enough to dissipate all of that utility and noisy stuff that is, of course, in and around the site. But it's still got the push happen with 40 seconds left. Anything can happen. The kill game from the side of Volcanic Edge, wanting to be extremely strong, but just the way we happen to be expecting this, 30 seconds and counting down to it next in a power play position. This might just be it. Just the way they happen to be trying to stop Volcanic Edge from taking this match point for themselves. But the Melusi's gadget, enough for a distraction, enough for him to take advantage. Next gets that headshot. Pakora Man gets that body kill that will come onto Sarbin. Does leave Hashida, the only man left alone, or make that a woman. That's the Hibana people. Does not look very alive. Make that nothing. It just got the kill coming in from Sonic. That's the connect people. That's right. Ultra Instinct take it and they stop their opponents from taking match point. And that means we just got ourselves shot into an equalizer. 5-5 is the scoreline. Round 11 is what is going to be this decided. Who takes match point first? Who happens to get onto that point where it will change exactly how this match happens to go ahead. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard does happen to suggest so many more things. Exactly how this match has been going. Super and Next doing so much work for Ultra Instinct. Aziz, Sonic, and Pakora Man not having the best of times, except on the other side, it's a similar story. We've got Zenix, Sarbin, and Ashira coming in with quite the heavy lifting, while Darkslayer and Why So Serious on the best of days. But once again, coming back to what I always say, this game is not about kills. It does come down to much more than that. And that's exactly what we're here to find out. It will be round 11 that's underway. Let's see what happens.
Well, with the score being 5-5, both of these teams going head to head against them. With the Volcanic Edge winning their attack on first location and dining, somehow they could not defend on basement laundry. Second floor kids might be the same result unless and until Volcanic Edge figures out a way. And talking about Zooper, with that amazing kill, taking out 2 players at the cost of 1, where I believe that was Sarbin taking out Jaeger in towards kitchen, but unfortunately the damage was done. Ultra Instinct get that advantage in the end, and Volcanic Edge had a lot of problems dealing with in the late rounds itself. For now, round 11, as we proceed to that specific round, action phase will come in as well, where the attackers will spawn in, will be spawned from their respective sides. I believe 2 of them in towards construction, and 1 of them will be in towards street, and it's going to be none other than Sarbin. Although some aggressive plays will come in from the Vigil, though he has that gadget to conceal himself, but cannot conceal against the Jackal's footprint scanners, which would give away his position and also will fall back in towards the basement. But Super, though, he wants to challenge these players, though there is 3 players who are in towards that big tower entrance. Will be able to spot where exactly Jaeger's location is. Why so serious? Is just forcing Jaeger to be constantly pinged, so he has to fall back, but not on the hands of Sarbin. A beautiful play coming in from Sarbin himself, taking out Jaeger and also using that drone as a bait to work it out. Next, missed that opportunity, and now the Jackal will be prepped and ready, but it's going to be Next who's going to win that gunfight again, putting it in a 4v4. The Jackal goes down. A total of two tracks won't be available for the attackers to give them viable information. And now the pressure is on to these 2 teams. Who will get that lead? Who will get that win and also a chance to be in the next phase and also higher chances of being in Division 3? All the pressure is up to them. And talking about that push, though, Sonic is in towards the attic, decides to go against the gunfight in towards the Hibana. He will fall back in towards Kids Joms as of now, make his last stand. Hashira, with him being detected via the Melusi's Banshee deterrent, he will make a push, but he doesn't have that information. He sees the head, doesn't get that perfect shot just yet. Sonic will decide to do the same, going for that pre-fire yet again. I don't think that is a good idea as of now. Both of these attackers, both of them are just jiggle picking, and it's just a moment of truth whether to see who's going to win it out. The flashbangs will not work out, but Hashira is in a different position now. Warden doesn't know about this, but Xenex, on the other hand, will claim the life of Nex. Putting in a 3v4, Ultra Instinct is not in a good positioning here. 3 players remains, and they're almost nearby in towards the site. The site is almost in their hands, and defenders are still making sure that the attackers wouldn't get that control. They have to go for the push. Hashira still holding that angle in towards the attic, but here comes Aziz making his play, getting one. Sarbin gets the other, taking out Pakora Man. And also now it is a 1v3 with Vigil pushing in towards the attic. Can he get this bomb? He's going in for the push, but it's going to be denied from none other than Sarbin. Beautiful play from him as Volcanic Edge will be able to win round 11 second floor Kids and also be the one in match point against Team Ultra Instincts. Round 12 will proceed, and looks like we are at the round of ones here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 round for Volcanic Edge to secure the win, and 1 round for Ultra Instinct to put this match on overtime. What will it be? What shall it happen? Let's find out with the side being on second floor Kids and Dom's main hall.
That's exactly what we're here to find out, people. Quite the turn of events, and look at this. Volcanic Edge will be the team, the first ones to take match point at least. And I say first ones because we never know if this match is going to overtime or not. So far, it's been quite the close call, quite the competition that both of these teams happen to offer to each other. They've been matching each other quite a bit. Let's say no arguments over there, but coming back into this round, it's been Volcanic Edge being able to get, if I may, a little edge over their opponents so far. Ultra Instinct so far, they haven't had their Ultra Instinct activated, as we haven't really seen ourselves getting that match point for themselves first. If we do see ourselves going to overtime, that is of course the last battle point for Ultra Instinct right now. It is of course the last resort that they'll have to go out for. They have to win this round at any cost, or it'll be Volcanic Edge walking away with a 7-5 scoreline for themselves. Quite similar to what we saw coming into day 1 of the qualifiers. Just the way the teams happen to be. It's not the one-sided match that happened to reveal so much. It is these matches with the fit fight that we're getting to see, this cutthroat competition. In fact, that is of course putting things up into perspective. Next, all right, okay, that's quite the start. That's a good start, in fact. Shutting down Sarbin so early into the round, that is your ass taken down, and that means that's your entry fragger. Shut down within even 30 seconds of the round to start. Very well done from the side of Ultra Instinct in trying to get that, turn that desperation into something useful, turning it into a man count advantage. Zuper still watching this angle that he's got for himself. Meanwhile, Xenex will be the one to get a quick refrag onto Pakora Man. Not the best of peaks coming in from the mute, I guess. Still got the touch-ups coming in from the side of the attackers in terms of the information that they want for themselves, but Aziz is just giving away his position. Might be looking to find himself a kill or two. Will that be the case or not? Look at the pre-fire that is coming in from the Vigil. Is he trying to get this? The ace is most definitely. Or is that the Zofia, in fact? Why so serious? Not a fight that he wants to be picking right now. He just wants to abandon it and fall back and play this safe. Coming around with the teamwork that he needed for himself and his team into getting this Vigil taken care of was not enough. It took him too much time, and now the man has escaped, and now we'll be seeing them taking that fight once again, re-engaging on the other end of the map. A minute and 30 remaining. We'll be headed into this 4 versus 4. Anything could happen, honestly. As I happen to hand over the mic to Baba Gusta, it's just speculations.
Talking about speculations, though, I have absolutely no idea because both of them are going neck to neck. But as I was talking about it, though, here comes Aziz yet again, this time taking out Dark Slayer. The Jackal goes down, and with it, Volcanic Edge are almost losing this attack round unless and until they take out the main problem. Talking about it, Hibana will succeed opening up the walls in towards the attic, in which Aziz is prepped and ready for that push. If the attackers do not get the control in towards meeting, and when the attackers push in towards the attic, this is definitely going to sting, especially on Volcanic Edge's attack. But talking about Xinex, though, it's very strong with the AK taking out one. And just as I was talking about it, Aziz gets one more right from below the meeting, taking out Hashira. But Xinex wants to make a play here. Is currently very in towards the site here. Super will be able to see what exactly it's happening, but he's going to lose that gunfight in towards the trophy. He will proceed to go for that plant. It is a 2v2 post plant coming in from Volcanic Edge. Why so serious? Almost survives that. Aziz failing that opportunity. Why so serious has the upper hand now. He's going to get one more, taking out Aziz, and with it, Sonic will be the last man standing. He doesn't have a C4. He has a deployable shield, and now the MPX in hand. He will be able to down one, though, but still he's going to go up against Why So Serious. He is very deep, currently in towards the trophy. He has to go for the disable, or he would go for the frag. Looks like he will. He goes for the pre-fire, will fall back and try to go for the defuse. Just needs to hear for the sound, but it's at the time of no return, ladies and gentlemen. And with it, Why So Serious will get that final kill as Volcanic Edge will deny that overtime match. Will be able to deny the overtime and also get the win for Volcanic Edge, and also a chance to be in the next phase. Congratulations to Volcanic Edge, 7-5. Xinex with a wonderful play, so does Sarbine. Even with second half not being also very kind on them being on attack, Ultra Instinct did give it their best, but it's going to be Volcanic Edge who's going to be in the next phase. Congratulations to them, and also well played for Ultra Instinct. Talking about Volcanic Edge, though, what a play that I was talking about here. On map Oregon, it was 2-4, and now it has been 7-5, denying that overtime. What a match that we did get to witness here. And also, this is the second match of the qualifiers phase. Talking about the next match, though, we have Onion Gang going up against Ground 9 Esports. But before we head into that match, let's just get in to relive the moment, talk about the matches, talk about the highlights on what kind of plays that we do like to see. And also, I'll just give the mic back to Foxy and talk about the highlight that's been going right now.
Thank you for that handover, Baba Gusta. But this goes without saying, Volcanic Edge played that very well. I think somewhere in the midst of that chaos, they were able to get through the skin of Ultra Instinct, just able to get into their minds, able to read exactly what they were doing. Because towards the end, we saw some things got repetitive from the side of UI, some situations that adaptations could not come out of straight up, and that's exactly where Volcanic Edge could shine. We saw them take moments like this with some amazing turnarounds and quick response. That's what you like to see from a good team, and that's what we got to saw from the side of Volcanic Edge. We're looking to see them getting more of that, of course, as Volcanic Edge will be proceeding and going for kicking themselves up into one phase ahead in these qualifiers, and that means more of Volcanic Edge will be coming in. It's a good attempt, but there you go. As I happen to talk about Ultra Instinct quite a bit back in the other qualifiers as well in the last one. This is yet another, and maybe the final qualifier that Ultra Instinct were looking to qualify for, but could not. And there's so many teams out there like that. They've been at it back to back every single season, trying to get themselves into the division, but just it's coming so close, but still so far. Hopefully, there will be a next time, but right now, it will be Ultra Instinct that will be saying goodbye once again, and hopefully, again, to see in the next qualifiers that might, who knows, come around. Right now, round 8 is exactly where we are at. We've still got these highlights coming in, just happening to show us what exactly went down. I'm sure I don't need to over specify the fact that we got to see the second half and first half come up and just very similar. Um, how do I put this forward? Just in very similar fashion. It's not essentially that both the teams had their own shining moments. We saw them fight against each other, and that's what a true siege match looks like, and that's what we enjoy. We saw so many change-ups coming in, but hey, towards the end of it, Volcanic Edge was able to get the better of Ultra Instinct, and we cannot deny that. Taking away the match point from them, and also taking away the match victory after that, just back-to-back rounds, is what you'd expect out of stuff like this, and that's what we got to see. I think, all in all, that's my 2 cents on what we got to see, and I'm just more than happy that this match came out to be such an interesting one.
Well, a very interesting one indeed, Foxy. Talking about Volcanic Edge, though, a bit of mistakes that they need to fix, especially in their attack phase in the second half. But other than that, they've made such a good, performance, and also give them a chance to be in the next phase as well. Again, congratulations to Volcanic Edge, and unfortunate for Ultra Instinct. Won't be able to get a chance to be in Division 3. But for now, we'll just head into the next match, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Onion Gang, or should I just say Onion Gang, going up against Ground 9 Esports. As we'll just gonna take a short break. The map will be, of course, the map will be on Oregon. I was just trying to get that information. So the map will be on Oregon, and with it, we'll just take a small break, and we'll be right back.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, peace Pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again. Pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 Alright, so let's move on. We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with nobody. It's with us, Foxtrot and Baba Gusta. That's right. We are the ones who will be hosting you tonight and taking you into the final game of tonight. That's going to be Onion Gang versus Ground 9 Esports. That's right. It's one hell of a match that we waited for. It is, of course, in a map that we've seen quite a bit, a whole lot. Oregon. That's where we're headed back to it. The old favorite of the Esports Club right here, right now. In just a bit, of course, we'll be heading into the match. But before we happen to go there, what does happen to put things in perspective is the last match was a very fiery one, and that was in Oregon as well, and that means that this one does happen to promise all the while more action. Let's see if that'll be the case or not. We'll be joining the players right now through the ban phase and into the game. That's right, into Oregon. Off we go, and the first ban right off the way, right off the bat, the first one, the weirdest one, the first time ever in Pro League. It will be Fuse that'll get banned. Interestingly so, don't want to be stepping over your moment, Baba Gusta. Please take us through the ban phase.
Okay, as we proceed to the ban phase, a Fuse ban coming in from Onion Gang, as Ground 9 Esports will decide to ban the Thatcher, a pretty standard ones in attack. Let's see what ban does Onion Gang does in the last one, but for now, Ground 9 Esports, since they did ban the Thatcher, it is crucial for them to ban the Kaid as well, since knowing that going for that trick would be a difficult option. Looks like they will ban Mira instead, having a huge control in towards the side is not a good idea. But still, talking about Onion Gang though, the last final ban, who is it going to be? It's going to be the Clash. So with it, that is going to be the end of the ban phase itself. Fuse, Thatcher, Mira, and Clash. With it, we will proceed to the first round, and also introduction to Ground 9 Esports. We have Neuron, Owl, Shannon, Shreds, and Fardeen Jazz. And we have on the side of Onion Gang, we have Deja Vu, Lone Cyborg, Divine Saber, Ghost Warrior, and Gian. As the first site will be on second floor Kids Dorms. And let's see with the site whether Onion Gang might have a chance to win their first round of defense or Ground 9 Esports winning their first round of attack. Shannon bringing in the Blackbeard, having that rifle shield would be a very difficult to go up against a gunfight against that specific operator, especially the defenders needs to be careful on that specific lines of sight. With it, the round should proceed. We're just waiting for Gian to finish up his loading. There you go. With it, first round will commence as well. The first site, though, will be on second floor Kids. Map will be on Oregon. Both of these teams trying to compete to get to the next spot. Let's see who will be that one lucky team. It's going to be ahead of the next phase in the qualifiers phase. Talking about it, Divine Saber will bring in the Frost. We'll be able to place one of the Frostmans right in towards the attic as well. Pretty standard, nothing much more, nothing coming out of the ordinary just yet. But talking about the interesting picks though, we see three trap operators here: Deja Vu, Divine Saber, and Gian. Gian with the Legion Goo Mines, which would force the attackers to not go for a sprint. Whereas you have Frost with an instant down, and Deja Vu, which deals a total of 70 damage with the EDD. Talking about the attackers though, they don't have an IQ to detect most of the utilities, so it will be very difficult for the attackers to get vital information. So they just need to make sure that they would get vital information via the drones itself. Talking about the action phase though, Deja Vu will crouch walk in towards the meeting hall, whereas the attackers are spawned in towards the street. Ash will use her breaching charge to open up the walls into a second floor Kids, in which they did place some of their electrifying utilities, which would be the Kites Electroclaw. But here comes the first frag. It's going to be Shannon taking out Divine Saber. He was about to get the second frag, but it's going to be Neuron taking out Deja Vu. In a 5v3, Legion Gooman gets stuck from Neuron. Shouldn't be much of a problem to take it out. And now they will come for a push. And also a huge man count advantage in the early round itself. 2 kills on the side of Ground 9 Esports, and they haven't lost a single life nor a single HP. This is a very good start for Ground 9 Esports, and now they will proceed to try to open up their lines of sight with the help of the hard breaches though. Nomad will be able to place some of the air jabs, and also that pre-fire will be able to claim the life of Gian, and the successful breach in towards the attic. Shreds in towards the site on second floor. Team Small will be able to see one in towards the attic, as Shannon will get one more kill taking out Ghost Warrior, and also get a flawless round as well. Good, fast, clean, precise win on the side of Ground 9 Esports. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, round 2 will commence, and Onion Gang will decide whether if they will pick Basement Laundry or go for second floor Kids. For a moment there, I actually went in there and say Basement Church and Hustle Room, but that site is on Clubhouse. But for now, talking about round 2, Basement Laundry will be the site, and let's see if Onion Gang has something to offer.
That's exactly what we're here to find out. Onion Gang, eyes on them as of now. Let's see if they have something new to bring out. Right now, they'll be bringing in the Capcom pick. Laundry room and supply room is going to be the side of defensive side of choice, in fact, for them. But hey, so far, Ground 9, a very good first round, honestly. Flawless first half, coming down. Excuse me over there. Excuse me once again. But what I was trying to say is, coming back to this flawless first round for the start, especially when a map is like Oregon, you're able to set that kind of precedent for yourselves onto this attacking side. I think that's good groundwork already done And look at that little wordplay I happened to bring in. I say groundwork because Ground 9 has really come in with some 200 IQ plays, and I don't really blame them. This team does happen to have some really experienced players. Fardin Jazz has been here for quite a
5
bit.
seconds
I
remaining.
know Neuron myself, so all of these players just amazing. It's going to be interesting to
Attackers
see
are moving out to locate a
how that
bomb.
little tandem happens to work out between themselves. But as we happen to go ahead, we'll be seeing if we can find more of this stuff or not as we happen to be having. But just the way things are, it's uh, it is the most weird defending round that we did get to see coming back to the last one. With that switch up into site, laundry will be the site of choice. And now the little quick and clear up from the side of the attackers will be done with a little bit of a different approach. So that's what we get to see. Let's see how this is going to go. OG Divine, meanwhile, is going to be looking at this little angle that he's got for himself. Divine Saber, that is expecting. Wait a minute, that wall is not reinforced. The blue bunker deep wall is not reinforced. Wathan just taking advantage of a moment like that, of a situation like this one. He's not going to let them walk away with it. Look at the Ash go while Shannon adds up to that destruction. The Blackbeard popping off in the distance. They've still got a 5 versus 3 back into effect. Free Fire comes in, and that is, in fact, the kill and confirm for the Jazz. Meanwhile, is doing the work on site. Everybody is getting dropped. That is, of course, on the side of Onion Gang, the last one standing. Deja Vu. Will he get knifed over here or what? Oh, he might just be. That won't be the case. He does get blown into bits. Shreds will shred him apart towards the end. Once again, it was the Nomad getting the conclusive kill, just like it was in the last round as well. But even with the excuse me there, just happened to eat up on my own words. Even with the Capcom pick, I don't think that was enough to save the side of OGs from the side of Ground 9. A very good performance once again coming in from them. But it looks like we might just get to see that Onion Gang play coming up anytime soon now. Trap meta, heavy coming in from them. Kids, Doms, and Doms main all once again is the side. Capcom, Melusi, Frost, Jaeger, and Legion. These are the picks you want to bring in, especially when you want to slow down their attackers as much as you can. And that's what you're getting to see from their side as well. Let's see what happens as we happen to go ahead. Round 3 is underway.
Round 3, second floor kids. Ground 9 Esports winning 2
Attackers
rounds
need to
of
locate and
attack
defuse as many bombs as
with
they can.
them not having any problem dealing with Onion Gang's line of defense. Since the site will be on second floor kids, an interesting hatch reinforce from a lone cyborg. Very interesting. I'm just trying to, trying to understand what exactly it's happening, but the way how Onion Gang is problems has been facing currently is that they could not, however, defend against Ground 9's line of attack. Although they might, it would have been better to just try to bring in shotgun operators, just like, either bring in a smoke with a shotgun, try to bring in mute,
To insertion.
or even maybe try to bring in, the Echo with a Supernova shotgun so that you'll be able to win gunfights in close range. Most of the weapons that you do get to see from Onion Gangs are SMGs, including Kaid's. Kaid doesn't have the TCSG, he has the AUG, and also Lone Cyborg with the MP5. Unless and until if they are confident enough to engage long-range gunfights, Onion Gang needs to make sure that they would at least force the attackers to be in close range combat so that they would have that higher amount of chance in winning. But the way how attackers is pressuring Onion Gang right now is quite concerning for me. The way how quick they are in taking out the utilities, which would be the Kaid's Electro Claws, which would which would electrify 2 of those walls. And again, Shred comes in with the kill, taking out Lone Cyborg into his armory, and Shannon comes in yet again, taking out Divine Saber. Now, Flashbang will come in towards Trophy. A good 360 flick, and then holding his angle in towards the trophy. But now Ground 9 Esports gaining so much ground yet again. Shannon with yet another one, taking out Ghost Warrior. He'll be able to go for that flick yet again, try to take out Deja Vu, whips out the Deagle. But still, Deja Vu, a very impressive attempt to go for that run out. But unfortunately, it is not enough. Ground 9 has already gained control in towards the side. Neuron gets one, for Jazz gets another. It's another flawless round, where the Ground 9 Esports will be able to win yet again. Second floor kids, Dom's site goes to the side of Ground 9 Esports. And now, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to understand what exactly is happening here from Onion Gang. Now, I do have to appreciate that they did went in for that run out. They did try to eliminate Blackbeard at all costs. It's just that you always see Shannon holding an angle from the window itself. It would have been better if the attackers get in the building so that the defenders could make their last stand, eliminating players one by one. Use utilities, use C4s, use smoke gas canisters to fend off the attackers' push. We don't get to see anything coming in from Onion Gang. They're just basically, hoping that they would win it through gunfights. And unfortunately, talking about gunfights,
Defenders,
though,
protect
Onion
your
Gang
bombs.
has
By attackers.
unsuccessfully win any of their gunfights. 3 flawless wins on the side of Ground 9 Esports, and Onion Gang is not in a good. They're not in a good lead at all. I mean, for the past 3 rounds, the round has been ended for a total of 1 minute, I believe. Is that so, Foxy?
That is, of course, what it seems to be like. Ground 9 has been having the fun I think they've been having quite clearly. There's nothing to hide from it. Just the way they've been playing so far. They're able to just walk in on the side, able to win the gunfights that they are able to take, and that's what
5
you
seconds
expect.
left before
Engagements into conversions. Onion Gang looking to looking to do something different this time around. Don't really blame them. They're trying to do the best that they can. Divine Saber will come in with that little bit of a Caveira pick just to throw the side of the attackers off. I'm sure. I'm sure it will be something that the attackers will want to take care of. You don't want to get interrogated, especially not if one of your attackers is running stray, which we've seen the side of Ground 9 do quite a bit. So that's a good pick from the side of Onion Gang, honestly. OG with a good and very intelligent pick as to how the circumstances happen to be. And Deja Vu, all right, boy, starts things off. He'll be the first one to get the first frag. Shreds. Just get shredded. I think the Amaru did come in with a quick take in onto the side through the window straight up. That punishment was very much due. Owl coming in with his running of his own. We've still got so much groundwork yet to be covered from the side of Ground 9 Esports. I don't see them making the push like they did before this time around. I think they're a little more calculated. They're a little less slower and just less agitated than they were before. We saw them get that little boost of confidence in between. Let's see if they'll be able to make a conversion like that. Similar happen or not. All taking a fight against. I'm not sure who he did expect the smoke to be around that area, but with the pushback happen already, will not come down to that little pre-fire that he just happened to come up. Deja Vu still looking at this little cheeky angle that he's got for himself. But that turnaround from him. Oh, look at the greed that is coming in from both the sides. Wait a minute. Neuron is already going down to the plant. Where is this happening? The plant is being stuck.
Attackers are activating.
Well, all right. Let's get kicked in the post-plant situation, people. For than just the first kill. Deja Vu happens to fall up on the second. That's just the refract, people. He's still got Neuron alive and kicking. He shuts down Gian. You've got one defender crossing across the hallway just like that. That was the first Cyborg. We've still got Divine Sable with a little bit of fight left in him. He does go down though, and that's a cleanup. Neuron, Shannon, they add up to that kill count and they light up the scoreboard. Round 9 Esports take another round. And that's pure destruction.
Foxy, this match kind of reminds me for the first time when we actually went in play competitive in a community cup 5v5. The map was on Oregon. We didn't do good. It was old Oregon. We didn't perform well, but still we had that, we had that zeal, we had that confidence, even though that we didn't knew much more of what the game is, what kind of mechanics that they had. We still moved on. So basically, Onion Gang, they still have hopes though. I'm not giving up on them. Maybe they might make some unexpected plays out of nowhere that would catch Ground 9 Esports off guard. It's just that they shouldn't just lose hope. They just needs to they shouldn't give up. They just needs to keep making that unpredictable plays so that Ground 9 Esports would have absolutely no idea on what would actually happen. So Talking about it now, let's just look at the operator selects here. You have Jaeger with the bulletproof cam. You have two C4s from Gian and Lone Cyborg, and also two deployable shields from Deja Vu and Saber. Now, you have those C4s. You could use it to deny some push coming in from the attackers. Maybe place a pre-placed C4 right from below itself so that you'll be able to get that momentum. You also have the smoke gas canisters and also Deja Vu, the man who did get 3 kills in that previous round. Maybe he might be the one who would give the win for Team Onion Gang, but who knows? We'll be able to find out in the action phase itself. With Owl bringing in the Jackal this time, and Shannon yet again with the rifle shield, providing pure fear to the opposition. Onion Gang really needs to be careful of that second floor kid's window. Fadeen Jazz doing what he does best, using the Ash Breaching Charge to take out the Kai's Electroclaw. Nice and simple. They're using good amount of times here. They are confident enough to make sure that they would end this round as best as possible. Jackal will be able to find one of the tracks. It's going to be Divine Saver getting caught. He just needs to be careful on that vertical lines of sight if they do try to push into towards Kitchen. That peak wasn't unnecessary because it is the Blackbeard, and he's going to win that gunfight against Deja Vu. It would have been wise again to not go for those peaks. It would have been better to wait for the attackers to push in towards the site so that they will be able to make that play, but looks like they will go aggressive, and that aggressive play is costing them a lot here. Lone Cyborg taking out Fadeen Jazz, whereas Owl takes out Ghost Warrior. Gian tries to contest the player in towards Games Room, but unfortunately he will not win it. 4v2, actually a 4v1, as Lone Cyborg will be the only player left, and with it he's going to go down as well. Ground 9 Esports, yet another win on round 5. Second floor kids, and with it just a bit of a sad moment there for Team Onion Gang. Although yes, I believe this is their first time trying to getting that exposure against pro players, so they I believe they did not expect, or should I say unprepared, of one of their strategies not working well. But hopefully with some changes in their operator specs and also changes in their sites, we will see Onion Gang going for basement laundry push with the 6th pick from Divine Saber. You're just thinking what kind of operators he needs to pick. There you go. The Capcan pick will come in, whereas Neuron, 100%, sorry, not 100%, 100 IQ pick from the ace to the ace as we proceed to round 6.
Round 6 will be underway, and that's where we're headed to, people. That's right, and I don't blame Onion Gang for what they've come to reflect upon the scoreboard. 0 to 5 is all right. It's not like you happen to see a match come out on a very equally befitting basis every single time. It is, of course, Ground 9 Esports' players are very old players, mind you. These players have been playing for a really long time. They know exactly what they are doing, and that does not happen to determine exactly how Onion Gang happens to play. That little difference is always going to be there. That little difference in the skill gap you happen to find in qualifiers is always going to be there. Nevertheless, it's going to be a great experience as to how Onion Gang happens to be looking at this. Of course, the match is not over yet. We might just get to see a possible comeback happen, but I think just the way we happen to know the players of Ground 9, we won't be looking to let that happen into a possibility, but into a reality. But that is still a possibility. Excuse me, then. So I'm gonna jumble up my own word. Shannon picks up the first fight and the first kill. Will lose the first shield as well in that little encounter he just happened to have, but that engagement was worth it. Deja Vu no longer alive. It will be the Vigil taken down, and that's just the start of it. We're getting to see the white push happen so quickly. Gian, the next up on the chopping block, is that going to be him, or will he turn out to be the hunter? Will he be hunted? So much emphasis on this one man alone. Zofia charges and whatnot. The push up has happened as well. That is very quick for my liking, and that's what we like to see on a side of a Typhoid than Jazz. Meanwhile, on the main stairs, he's come around. Gian looking to find that kill onto the Ash. He knows exactly where that kill came in from, but no, his position given away. The pre-fires are in, and he gets it, but very clumsily so. Finally being able to walk away with that one. Another down comes in onto the Blackbeard. That was awfully close. He's the only one left remaining, but not for long. Neuron gets the final frag. Jijan goes down, and that was Ground 9 Esports getting the final round for themselves onto the first half as well. That's right, people. Back to back, round after round. That's being Round 9 Esports completely destroying the side of Onion Gang. They'll be the first ones to get onto match point and a flawless first half that they just secured for themselves. That's right, 6-0. Round 7 is underway.
Round 7 role swap. Ground 9 Esports will be the one on defense, whereas Onion Gang will be on attack. As we take a look at the scoreboard, though, Shannon, the total of 11 kills. Whereas on the side of Onion Gang, 3 kills to Deja Vu. For now, talking about second floor kids doms, though, we will see some changes in operators. You know, you see Divine Sabers, which are bringing in the Ying and Ghost Warrior. Doing that 100 IQ pick yet again where Neuron did, switching the ace from the ace, and whether round 7 will proceed. The site
Attackers need to locate
being
and
in
defuse
second
bombs.
floor kids, Ground 9 Esports, they're just absolutely dominating here against Onion Gang. And I do kind of understand, you know, how Onion Gang operates, because I mean the way how they're, you know, pushing, and also since the site will be on attack, I don't think it's going to be an easy job for Onion Gang to actually go for the push and get those kills, knowing that they only have one hard breacher. Actually, you have two hard breaches though. You know, you have Buck with the secondary hard breach, and also you have the ace. I believe what Lone Cyborg can do is to try to, you know, get control in towards classroom by getting the access by just opening up the windows using the skeleton key to take out the bandit charges. Even it even works on attic too. They just need to be careful of those spawn peaks, in which Shannon almost missed that opportunity. Those street spawn, two of those players needs to be careful of that spawn peak, and sort of the players who are converging into that location. He will fall back,
Drop the bomb
but
diffuser.
for how long? That's the
Attackers
biggest
recover
question
the
here.
bomb.
Shreds will be chilling in towards the security room, and Owl try to go for that pre-fire in towards that main entrance.
The attackers bomb
Talking
diffuser
about it
has
though,
been
the first
dropped.
kill is going to be for Dean Jazz, getting his opportunity, taking out Ghost Warrior, and also the diffuser being dropped here. The ace goes down, and with it, his breaching utility as well. As Lone Cyber will be the only one who has the opportunity to open up walls. Deja Vu, on the other hand, takes out Aldo, the bandit taken care of, and he's in towards White. He gets two more. This might be the chance here for Onion Gang to get their win. But no, it actually gets denied here from Vigil, who was chilling in towards the security room. And with it, the aggressive plays from Onion Gang has completely come into a halt because of Shreds shredding the opposition team as best as possible, giving them the fear, forcing them to not be aggressive. And looks like it's going to work out well here. Shannon and Shred doing their work, taking out Divine Saber and Lone Cyborg. And with it, Gian will be the last man standing. For Dean Jazz whips out the pistol to try to get his win. And here comes Vigil with the K1 360s. The 360s himself gets the kill, taking out Gian, and with it the win against Onion Gang. 7-0 flawless win against Onion Gang. A very good and also quick, clean, precise rounds coming in from Ground 9. And with it, that would be the end of the third match. That was quite fast, but not furious enough though.
I think that was serious enough from the side of Ground 9 for sure. G9 will be walking away with a very happy victory, with a very good round difference for them and some great confidence to walk into the rest of the days of qualifiers for themselves and maybe even get themselves that spot at Division 3. That was one hell of a match that we just got to witness. I'm sure that reliving these moments are is not going to come down to something very specific. It was just Ground 9 just completely obliterating the side of their opponents. But that's still another take on it, and that's exactly what I try to tell to Onion Gang as well. It's not the end of it. It was just one of many matches that you can come across in your pro scene, and this is exactly where you happen to judge and gauge exactly where you stand as a player into this pro scene. That was a good attempt from Onion Gang. I don't blame them. Hopefully they'll be putting in more practice throughout the days to come, and just being able to coming up just able to come up with a little more fitting of a performance that we usually get to see against teams like this. I don't blame them not going too overboard with the fact that ground 9 has players that are two veterans, if I may call them, into this game, so they know exactly what they were doing. We got to see so many things happen wrong from the side of OG as well, but one thing that won't be that I don't think anybody will be able to take away from Onion Gang is their spirit, what they showed with the games that they brought. Because with the adaptations they were trying to bring in middle of the round as well, there was an attempt. It was just not enough. There were so many gunfights that they had to win. Not being able to perform in a position like that all of a sudden, I don't blame them. It's not like they did not give it a shot. They definitely did. We could see that, and it was a fun match to witness, nevertheless, despite it being a 7-0 shutdown.
I mean, talking about ground 9 though, they've been excellent there. 7-0, they didn't had any problems dealing with the way how most of the time Onion Gang was just overpicking, trying to eliminate Blackbeard with the rifle shield in it. But talking about OGs here, what I can say right now is to just look at the ward and try to understand what kind of mistakes that these you guys have been doing. So maybe try to fix those mistakes and come back stronger for the next season. Although we have no idea whether we might be able to get the next season, but the only thing that I can say for Onion Gaming is that don't give up. I mean, it's just the first match you've just encountered with the pro players in the South Asia region. So you just got a taste of how difficult it is. There's competitions everywhere. There's competitions on every single teams that you see. Div 1, Div 2, Div 3. There's each and every competition that you see that they would make sure that they would get into the top. And talking about the performance, yes, you guys didn't do that well, but that does not demotivate you guys from leaving. You just have to look at the ward and just realize that yes, we did make our mistakes, but in the next season we'll do it better and make sure we will come back as strong as ever. That is the motivation I require from these teams, and hopefully they would come back stronger and make sure that they would give the best best competition that I've ever seen.
That's for sure, Babu Gusta. Couldn't have put that better myself, but that is something we'll be looking forward from the side of Onion Gam and other teams that have been let down or left out in the qualifiers. Of course, this is the survival of the fittest. Let's see who will be the top teams that will be walking into the next day, excuse me, of the qualifiers. That is, of course, tomorrow. Make sure you're all updated and subscribed to the Esports Club on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and stay tuned with the latest updates on what's developing in the qualifiers. What are going to be those top teams that will be getting their place in Division 3? We'll be finding out soon enough. But for now, that's it for today. I'm your host, Foxshot, and joining me was your host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Eisen. We'll be closing off for today, joining you guys again tomorrow with some more spicy action and putting an end to the decider or the qualifiers. Stay tuned and good night.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 It's alright, so let's move on.